Are we live?
Either that or
John?
we might be dead.
Oh no. I've got to change the location of my microphone because it appears that I have to talk like really close to it. And so here I am, and the camera's over there. But that's okay because I have all this beautiful area, this real estate right here to show off my pickups that I have. John, do you have any pickups this week?
Two movies, one Funko Pop. See,
Very
I, I,
nice.
I don't keep my mic that close because it looks like I'm sucking on something.
Well, last week I went back and was looking at it, and you definitely were sucking on something. So I saw that. You know
It
what?
does.
We're
It,
let's
ha- it happens. It happens.
Yeah. Let's mix things up a little bit. I'm going to say, before we even get to the intro, hello, Gail. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Antonis. Hello, Greg. Hello, Oflufagama. And Jeff Keaton. Jeff, you rock. Thank you so much. Jeff coming through again with another $10 PayPal donation to the channel. Thank you so much, Jeff. And also want to shout out to Gail for sending an awesome box of movies, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But Jeff and Gail, you two guys rock. Love you guys. Masashi, House of G Fam, Nick B, Curtis. What is going on, everybody? John, should we play an intro today? What do you think? What do you think?
Hit it.
All right. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, shit. It's the Zachi!
It's Horror Movie Monday, you already know. Chills in the air, and the tension's low. OGP steps up, setting the tone. Always in charge, yeah, sitting on the throne. Sean Ward steps in with a confident stare. Nipples getting hard from the icy glare. Bowser's in the back, creeping through the dark. Lurking in the silence like a phantom arc. It's Horror Movie Monday, lights down low. Screens on the screen, let the madness flow. We laugh, we jump, we scream, we play. Every week it's thrilling in a twisted way.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Fuck you!
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew 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 pew.
Sean, what's your favorite scary movie?
Night of Living Dead would be my favorite horror movie. But are we talking slasher?
I don't know. That's what he asked Drew Barrymore. John, what's your favorite scary movie? That's a terrible impersonation there, but it is
But it
what
works.
it is.
It works for us.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to worry about copyright.
Correct. Yes, I don't want to. I don't want to get busted for that. So I have an interesting little thing up above me here. There's one of those QR codes up above me here, and the reason that is there is the reason for the season. It is Halloween season, and that, if you want to click on it or take a picture, however you open those things, that is a link to the haunted house in LA that's going to be put on by Master Chaos at the place where we went ghost hunting. And it's 2 days, 24th, 25th of October. I don't know what the price is or anything, but the I haven't looked at it that closely yet. I've just been busy, but that will take you there. If you are in the Southern California area and want to go check out a haunted house in a place that has only been ghost hunted twice. Once by yours truly and Master Chaos and Jeff and Wet Movie One. And the other time was by Zach Baggins and his fake ass bunch of ghost hunters. It is so funny. I went back after we got home from watching that episode. After I got home from doing the ghost hunting there, I went back and I rewatched the episode of Ghost Adventures with Zach Baggins. And they're down in the basement and they're like, oh my God, there's all these things are like going on down here. And then they hear this noise and they're like, oh my God, what was that? I have no idea what that was. We heard the exact same noise in our video. And it's because you're in the basement. It's the pipe shifting when somebody flushes a toilet. So it's literally possibly a turd going by. And so, man, but they made much ado about nothing. Yeah, right. So, anyways, the place is very cool. It's very old, and the fact that the screenplay for The Wizard of Oz was written in that building is pretty cool. And that it's, I mean, so many people have died there. It's very interesting. It was a fun time. I made a very long video about it, but then I made a short, like minute and a half video that if you want to see some highlights, you can check out. I thought the highlights were pretty fun. So I called it the trailer. Since it's as long and it was the video is long enough to be a movie, so I made this one out to be the official trailer for it as a little goof. But that was my week. I went ghost hunting and made a video about it, and I've been about 47 doctor's appointments. What have you been up to, John?
Mostly just working and watching TV. And Jack Hunter and I did do a One Filmmaker, so that's up right now on my channel. So
Nice.
yeah, that's pretty much what's going on.
So here's a question: the movies, plural, that you watched for that video with Jack Hunter, are those public yet? Can anybody watch them, or not quite yet?
Yeah, we talked about two films, the Paranoia tapes, the movie, which is the newest one that is available to watch, and then he has a second film that has not come out yet, but we discussed both, and we looked, we talked in depth about all of his movies because I own them all, some on some on DVD and some on Blu-ray. So
Nice.
it was a good interview. It was a little over 2 hours, and I thought that it worked out. Jack's been on there 3 times now.
Nice. That's nice. So that's cool. So everybody can you've got content to check out on John's channel, content to check out on my channel. Plus, a few days from now, I think Thursday, I'm going to release the video where John and I went to the concert to see the band The Fix. Great concert. So
Yes.
and as long as we don't have red skies at night between now and then, you should be able to watch it.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those red skies. So we're going to talk about Halloween 3 and Halloween 4. That was the homework assignment this week. John and I are counting down to Halloween by watching Halloween movies. 3 and 4 were on the agenda this week. There they are. Very nice. And I think before we get to those, we should actually, even though there's not much, but
That
Raw headlines.
that almost looks like as hairy as my arm, but it's not.
It
my
is.
arm.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it was your mom's arm.
It's very possible. She is very hairy. That's true.
There's not many headlines, so we're going to get through this pretty quick this week. In fact, I have 2 of them to talk about. One, Toxic Avenger will be available video on demand tomorrow. It's going to be like a rental kind of thing. So if you want to pay to see it at home, you can do that tomorrow. It says the 30th. So maybe tonight at midnight. Hard to say. I don't know when it'll be out. But tomorrow, September 30th, that is available. And the only other thing that I want to talk about is The Strangers Chapter 2 officially sucks. I did not go see it. John, did you go see it?
No, in fact, until you said something, I forgot that it was even out.
So you're not missing much because it opened to a whopping Rotten Tomatoes score of 19. So it is terrible. And that franchise, they're saying, is dead. But I believe from what they told us at San Diego Comic-Con was that they shot all 3 movies at the same time. So they'll release the 3rd one. I guess we'll see how the box office does, if it's going to get a theatrical release or not. But it's very conceivable that may go straight to
Well,
Amazon or wherever the fuck it's going to go.
I mean, the chapter one, its budget is 8.5, but it made 48.2. So that's pretty good. And then if we look at part two,
Yeah,
oofa,
I haven't looked at the numbers.
oofa.
Oh,
Oh,
hold on, hold on. Let me guess. Did it make? It made 800,000. That's my guess. You got the opening week numbers right there.
Well, I'm looking at Wikipedia. It's
Okay.
its budget is 8.5 million. It made 6.
Oh, it made 6 million. Okay, so I was way off, but
Man,
that's not good. That's not good.
No, because
But
everybody hated the first one.
Well, we hated the first one, and we saw the trailer for the second one and went ugh. So yeah, and man, I'm telling you, that actress, whatever her name is, the lead in this, she is an arrogant little twat. I'm not a fan of hers, and I just the way she acted, and she was not a pleasant person to see at the San Diego Comic-Con panel. So yeah, that's what they get. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with part 3. It's supposed to come out about a year from now. But do we know give a shit?
They just they don't understand with these things. They don't seem to get it. Like my idea would it if they're doing a trilogy, the first one is a prequel to the first movie. Then and you have different strangers, right? They all have different masks. They're completely, all for a toy line too. And then you have the middle one is kind of, starts kind of forming the whole thing. And then the last one, the third one leads us right to the original Strangers movie. And that's when you get the 3 strangers that we know, but it starts with different ones. In the middle, it kills off a couple of them. So maybe we could do 2 men and a woman, 2 women and a man, something like that, different masks. And then it goes in, like, do something different. Why are you just doing the same thing over and over again? I guess this is different from, it's not Prey by Night, but still, it's nobody cares.
Yeah, I think it's a little maybe inspired by Halloween Kills, hospital stuff. Yeah. John HC came through with the $1.99 super chat. HC, you rock. Thank you so much for that. And says Strangers 2 was ass. Okay, so yeah, there you go. I've yet to hear anybody have anything positive to say about Strangers Chapter 2.
Is it a clean ass or a dirty ass?
It's probably ass trash garbage, as Bullet
so
would say.
It's dirty then.
It would be dirty, yeah. Dirty, yeah. But I think if they wanted to do something with this and they wanted to make it different, they allude in the trailer, they allude to the fact that the whole town is kind of in on this. And that anybody that makes their way into this town is susceptible to these strangers coming in, and that's what whether it is or not, I don't know, but that's what they allude to in the trailer. And if that's the case, if you're going to say the whole town is in on this, then you don't need the same cast at all. You could make a trilogy, and you can have, that one bimbo survive parts 1 and 2 to be your carryover character for the 3 films, and just make a trilogy. But the fact that they completely remade the first one, which was just a bear to get through, and not like the John Ward kind of bear with the hairy arms that all the twinks want, but it was very tough to get through. So I don't know. I don't think I'll ever see it, even on like streaming or anything.
I bought it because it was one of those that I found for like $8 on Amazon, and
the first one,
and it has the slipcase and all that. So I figured, well, why not? I liked the original, but I liked Prey by Night better. I'm like, okay, it still has issues. I still don't understand it. It's 3 people. Why? And there's 2 people in a hotel. Why can't you go past them? Why can't you just knock them down and run away? You're the second one. They're in a mobile home park.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's huge. I used to live in a mobile home park. So you
Yeah.
just can't go out and just go left when they go right. None of this stuff makes sense, but the second one was better than the first one.
Yeah. Well, I do want to say hello to Paula. She says she just found us. Well, hi,
Oh,
Paula.
hi.
How you
Hi,
doing?
Paula.
Thanks
Hi,
for
Paula.
coming and stopping by. Hopefully,
Appreciate
you
it.
enjoy hanging out with us. Appreciate you hanging out. We are, like I said, we're going to be talking about the Halloween movies. But I think tonight I want to get into this box that Gail sent me first of movies. And
What's
so,
in the box?
what's in the box? That's one that I shouldn't have in here, or I should have. But no, we do have it technically, right? We do, right?
I don't think you've played it with me.
I was waiting for you. I was waiting. Oh no! Here we go, John.
I have a serious Blu-ray addiction.
You gotta be quicker than that.
I'm serious. I'm actually going to catch him all.
What's in the box?
No,
Now that's an addiction, man.
I never said that.
I never knew you were a pickup man.
We're right now at the Blockbuster Video Store.
What's
It is
in the
there.
box? It is there. It is. Yeah.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah. Mine.
Mine.
So let's talk first. We'll get into the box that Gail sent me, and there's a few items that we'll go through. But I have a one item that I actually purchased in a store this week, and I told you yesterday that I purchased it, but I told you I was going to make you wait.
Yes.
And so I'm going to show you that right now because I'm very excited to own this. I'm so excited to finally own Ballerina on 4K.
Oh, it came out.
Yeah, it actually came out a
Oh.
couple weeks ago. But
crap.
yeah, I was strolling in the merry month of May. What do you say? I was walking through Wally World yesterday, and they had the 4K, so I picked it up, brought it home my way. And that's
Nice.
all the rhymes that I got. Okay. But love this movie so much that I had to get the 4K.
Yeah,
it is phenomenal.
it's still my favorite in the series. I think it's better
It
than
is
any
my
other John Wick.
it is my favorite in the series as well. This is how you do girl power. It really is how you do girl boss. And greatest flamethrower fight scene ever, John?
Oh yeah.
I think so, by far.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, my one of my favorite parts in that is because there are complaints that people are saying, well, if the girl is 5'2" and she's thin as a rail, how does she take on a guy who's like 6 foot tall and 300 pounds? Well, her instructor goes, you kick him in the balls.
yeah.
There you go, problem solved.
Yeah.
So I love stuff like that in this. I think it's really good. Yeah, I love Ballerina. Yeah.
Yep. You have to go get yourself a copy now. So why don't you share something that you have acquired this week then, since I let off there.
I will show my Funko Pop.
Oh, okay.
So this I ordered, it got to be like 3 months ago, and they kept putting it off and off and off and off. And then finally it showed up. And I ordered this even right after I saw Jurassic World Rebirth, and it's the Distoris Rex. So it's the mutant dinosaur. That's the main dinosaur. Oh, that's in the movie. And it's the big one that escapes, and they have to, and it kills everybody. So there's a couple other mutant dinosaurs in there too, like hybrids, but this is the really messed up one. So
John?
Yes.
That is
Noise.
Thank you. It is very
you're very welcome. It is noise.
Yeah. I wish the box was bigger, but because you can barely see his face.
Oh
but,
yeah. What are you gonna do?
I've now seen this film 3 times. I've come to really like it, even though it has major issues. And it's probably my second or third favorite Jurassic World movie, or Jurassic Park movie too.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
I love this thing. It's almost a horror movie because they go to the island. It's got the lab there where they did all the hybrid dinosaurs, and then the ones that were all messed up. like really ugly, or they have like 8 arms or really weird stuff. They just left here.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like an island of misfit dinosaurs or island of Dr. Moreau type of thing. And this is the main creature. So I really like this film a lot. Yeah, I've come to really like it. But like I said, it's got major problems, but I still like it. Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of something. And I think I should actually see if I can find this and show it, because there is a bit of other news that I had forgotten about. Nocturno messaged me, and I don't want to do that. Here we go. Let me just share. Man, fingers crossed that this doesn't jack everything up again, because that's what seems to happen every time I do something like this. But look at this. Pumpkinhead Funko Pop available for pre-order Wednesday. So I definitely need a Pumpkinhead Funko Pop in my
that
life.
looks cool.
So yeah. So I forgot. I just Nocturno messaged me about that just a little while ago, and so I definitely needed to share. And it had slipped my mind until you mentioned Funko. So there you go. So
I will definitely.
Well, before we dive into more pickups or the beautiful box that Gail sent me, let's say a proper hello to everybody. And so Gail says, Horror Movie Monday. Hey, you guys. Yes. Night of Living Dead 1994K was fantastic. Transfer best of the year.
Gotta get
nice. Glad to hear that, Gail. Jonathan says, how's it hanging? It's hanging a little bit to the left, but it's fine. Antonis, hey there, OGP and John. What's up, Antonis? Hey. Greg, hey all.
Hey.
Fluffy Gamer says, let's start the ruckus.
Hey.
Greg will be right back. Let's see here. I'm gonna try. Oh, Fluffy wants me to talk dirty to him. Trash can.
Stop.
Garbage bag.
Stop.
Ooh, toilet bowl scrubber. Yeah. What's up, Masashi says, what up, John OGP? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. Are you doing well?
Good, thank you.
Good. Sup, House of G Fam? What's cracking? Can't wait to see Five Nights at Freddy's 2. John is not a fan. John's not a fan. I thought the first one was okay.
I thought it was
John
the worst
Ward,
movie of the year. Sorry.
I don't know about all that, John.
I hated it. Yeah, sorry.
And Nick B is in the house.
Hey.
And Curtis says, nobody's sucking on anything. There you go. Yes. No, this is a suck-free show right here. Brent Mania, what's up? Former WWE star Adam Scherr, known as Braun Strowman, in talks to play Jason Voorhees in a potential future Friday the 13th. Well, that's interesting. You know what? And WWE stars, you figure they're usually big, buff guys. So that should work, right?
Yeah. I mean, God forbid we actually get Kane Hodder, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, let's just get anybody in that suit, right? Anybody at this point. But Kane Hodder would be cool. While he's still physically able to do it.
Yeah.
Dominic, what's cracking, Dominic? Mr. Bones. What up, Mr. Bones? And Heath B. What up, Heath B? Yeah, everybody, if you would, listen to Mr. Bones and hit that thumbs up button for us, if you would. It's free and easy and really helps us out. Thank you so much. OGP, would you be scared to spend the night alone in that place you haunted? Not a chance. No, I would. I would actually love the opportunity. Maybe not alone, because I would want a witness there if something did happen, because nobody will believe you if you're by yourself. But so I originally had planned
I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
Okay. So I had originally planned to take a bunch of cameras and set up cameras around the building, like they did in Ghost Adventures. But then once Master Chaos had said that his family was going to be there, and once, Jeff was going to bring his significant other, but she is She is all about the ghost hunting, so I knew she'd be cool. And then once Wet Movie 1 was coming, I knew it was going to be kind of a goofy adventure, and I was like, well, I'm not going to worry about really trying to get hardcore evidence. We're just going to go have fun, and it turned out to be a blast. The video, it's a bit long, but there are a lot of fun moments in that video. So if you guys want to watch it, it's there. If not, I get it. But I definitely would spend a night alone there. Let's see here. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Look at that, Brent Mania spreading the love. Ghosts do make ghost farts. Okay, so Fluffy has confirmed this, that ghost farts are a real thing. Okay. HC was cracking HC. Hey. Strangers Chapter 2 is pretty terrific. Peter says, okay, I don't get the hate. I'm so looking forward to Chapter 3 to complete the Masterpiece trilogy. Well, okay, Peter, I'm curious. Did you like the first one? And did you ever see the original Strangers movies from what, 20 years ago or close to it? Very curious about that. Where did you see the first one? What were your thoughts? Chapter 1. And did you see the originals from way back in the day? I would love to know. Love the noise. That noise, like when you say noise, when you say that's noise, that is
Noise.
It's noise. It's noise. Having a noise is noise. Oh man, so stupid, but I love it. It cracked me up.
You stupid. You dumb.
Stranger Chapter 2 was better than 1. Okay. Says Dominic. Interesting. So we got 2 votes for.
Okay.
Halloween 3 is the best of all of them in Nick's opinion. Well, how about them apples? What do you think? We're gonna do, when we get through all of the Halloween movies in a few weeks, we'll rank all of our favorites. But is Halloween 3 being so different, being no Michael Myers? Is it in the running for the best? You don't have to say yet, John, but is it in the running for the best of the franchise? Is it up there? John says no. There you go.
It's an awesome film, but no, I wouldn't say it's the best. Sorry.
Okay. I'm still going to see The Strangers Chapter 2 on digital. Okay, there you go.
Probably the place.
Fluffy gives Strangers 5 brother ews.
Ew.
Oh, you 5 of them, huh? Ew. I don't know if we can sit through 5 of those, but we'll take your word for it, Fluff. Did you go see it, Fluff? And so there's Paula. We're getting caught up here.
Paula?
According to IMDb, Strangers Chapter 2 says they broke even. Gross worldwide 5.8. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
But broke even is bad. That's still
it's not good. Yeah,
you got to make it double your budget, and these days you really have to make triple your budget. But probably on something like that, just double. Triple would be more on like a Marvel movie because they do so many reshoots.
Yeah,
and of course,
but you need at least double.
Yeah,
you do need at least double. Yeah, I'm over here drinking a White Zero Ultra Energy Monster tonight, John Ward. 0 sugar. What are you drinking over there? Do you have a beverage of choice?
I have my coffee, but it's in my Atomic Testing Museum mug.
No, wait. I got to stop saying it.
No.
That is noise. Now, so I have been to that museum at the old location. I've not been since they moved. Have you been?
I've been there 3 times, but I didn't know that they moved. I love the place. I think it's great.
Yeah, because they were over on Tropicana, and I believe they moved to Flamenco. I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go check out the new location because I got 2 mugs from them. So maybe I should go check out the new location and get another mug.
If you don't go before I get out there next, we should add it to our agenda. And, through the Atomic Testing Museum, you can request passes. Once a month, they load up a bus of people and drive them out to Area 51.
Oh, see, I knew that they would go out to the atomic testing area where all the little fake houses are.
Yes. Okay. So, but you don't go into Area 51, but you go on that base. It's all the same base. You just don't go up as far as Area 51, but you do go see the craters where the houses are, the town of Mercury. I think it's Mercury, right? But yeah, you get to go see all that. You just can't take no phones, no cameras, nothing electronic. Have you done that before?
No, I wanted to. I was looking into it, and then the coof hit. So
Yes.
yeah, I didn't have the chance.
I wonder if I still have it right here.
Yeah, if you guys are ever out in
do,
Vegas,
I do,
it is
I
a
do, I
great
do.
place to go.
I got this flyer right here, if it'll show, from, and it's I don't know why it won't. But this is the National Atomic Testing Museum, the map of the museum, and it explains on here. I got that obviously at the museum, but it explains on there where to inquire about tickets to go take that bus ride.
Oh yes, we should definitely do it because it's
Yeah.
this place is awesome because they do certain things in there. Like I went when they did Area 51. So they had an entire room that was just all UFO related, Area 51. It talked about movies and comic books and all that stuff, anything that dealt with aliens in Area 51. And then another time they had one was aliens, and then one was just like atomic monster movies. So it would be just giant bug movies or creatures that were made from the atomic blast.
Yeah.
And the whole room was full of that. They have movie stuff in there. Robbie the Robot stands outside, from Forbidden Planet. It is an awesome place. And you don't have to be an intellectual to go there because it's, it's just fun. It's just, it's not a playground or anything, but it is a museum, but it's an awesome place to go. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is very good. And it's cool because of the proximity from Las Vegas to the test site. And it would have been so cool to have been around back in the 50s or 60s out there in Vegas when they were testing these things, because I am sure you would have seen the flash or heard the boom or whatever. There's just no way that noise or flash would not have made it out there.
Well, of course, all those people died of cancer later on. And then John Wayne went and made the movie The Conqueror, where he plays Genghis Khan. And the people said, oh, yeah, no, it's fine. You could go shoot there. They all died of cancer.
Wow. No, I'm not talking about the witnesses that were there. I'm talking about like in Las Vegas. If you were just walking on the strip.
Oh, you had to have seen it.
You had to have seen the flash and heard the boom, even if it was, obviously it would have been like a couple minutes later because the time travel, the sound traveling through time there.
Yeah.
But
and Indiana Jones in the fridge, you want to avoid that.
Yes. We'll definitely make it a 2. It'll be like an alien themed weekend next time I come out. Cause we'll have to do that and go check out Tom Devlin's Alien.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I haven't been there either. Jeff says he might need to check out Ballerina. I highly recommend it, Jeff.
No, it's not might. You need to.
Yeah. Buckaroo Bros, what's cracking, Christian?
Hey,
How
Christian.
you doing?
Hey.
I got Superman 2025, 28 years later, and Megan 2.0 in the mail on Saturday. Very nice. I don't think I'll buy any of those, but that's awesome.
I am going to purchase Superman. I rewatched it on HBO and I liked it a lot better than when I first saw it. 28 years. No, I'm not even going to go sequel, but I do want to watch Megan 2.0. I do want to see that.
Megan was good. I just don't know that I need to own it. But Nocturnal, what's up? And thanks for the pro tip on the Pumpkinhead Funko there. Movie Odyssey TV, what's up, guys? How you doing? Pumpkinhead, hell yes, right? Yes. Wicked Network, what's cracking, Wicked?
Hey.
And we got to get caught up here a little bit. I want Derek Mears to play Jason.
He's a very nice guy. I've met him twice now, and he signed my Funko Pop of Swamp Thing right there. Yeah. Very nice guy. So it'd be great to see him back.
Nice. Mario, hi guys, how you doing? Ready for Yankees Boston tomorrow? Go Yankees! Boo, a boo.
I don't watch basketball. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you don't. I was waiting to see which sport you would go with. But yes, man, got some exciting playoff baseball going on right now. It's football season. Hockey season is right around the corner. And if you care about basketball. Curtis Murray says 2 things. I'm sorry this is delayed when you're reading this. I think that John is drinking herbal tea out of the red mug. I dig the Shure OGP. I've come to appreciate the fog as much as Halloween. Oh, nice. Yeah, you know what? And it's funny. I did start watching the fog, and I am.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Nice.
Yeah. Did I move or something? How'd you know what shirt I was wearing? Or is that your reference of my shirt that I'm wearing right here? Yeah, I got the Halloween shirt rocking right there by the bush.
Yeah.
Look at that bush. Yeah. So
that's a pretty big bush there.
It is a big bush.
You know what we should do?
That's a full-fledged George H.W.
Oh, what we should do, God, and that made me purchasing, which I would hate. The Carpenter remakes are so awful. We should almost review them.
What Carpenter remakes?
The Fog, Assault on Precinct 13.
Oh, like
Halloween.
the remakes of John Carpenter movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like John Carpenter remade somebody's movie. Okay.
Oh, no. He remade himself as a clone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. James says OGP owes me a lap dance and a 12-pack of Coors Light. I don't know what makes you believe that, James.
You put it out there.
But you need to put down whatever you're smoking, sir. Them great movie giant ants from Nuclear Test. Yeah, no, the crazy old big
them is a
nuclear
great
fallout.
Film. Yeah, them is great.
Oh, I see. I thought he was saying them are great movies. Like
no, it's
them.
black and white from the 50s. The bombs took little ants and made them into giant ants, and they're all in LA and they're in the sewer systems and they're eating people. And for like a 50s sci-fi film, it's pretty violent actually, because you see people get into their little I don't know what you call them, their little prongs or whatever it is. But scientists have looked at the film saying it's impossible because of the weight of an ant. If they were that big, they would just crush. They would just fall down and crush themselves. Funny. So
Masashi just pre-ordered Halloween 1 through 3 4K Steelbooks. Very nice. I like James Whitmore in them. There you go.
Yeah, them is good.
We're going to try and get caught up on the comments here really quickly so we can get to these other pickups here. Bought me more Jess Franco sleeves. Got the Blu-ray of Jailhouse, Wardress.
Nice.
Nice. Very cool.
James Franco is always good. James Franco?
Jess Franco. I think I said Jess.
Nice too.
Yeah. Yeah, you see. No, Mario, go Boston. We'll see what happens. I also found that Spinal Tap 2 will be out on digital tomorrow. Oh, really? That's okay. I hadn't heard that. Okay.
Sweet. I'll have to watch that.
Watching classic Doctor Who all weekend. John Pertwee. Okay. Sylvester McCoy and Jodie Whittaker.
No.
Cool.
No. You do not watch Jodie Whittaker. That's when the show sucked. And it's awful. I have been watching Doctor Who since the early 80s. I've met a lot of the people from them at different conventions. I even dressed up as the master one year to go to a convention. No, I'm sorry, Christian. No. John Pertwee is perfect. He is great. Sylvester McCoy is awesome. Colin Baker is my favorite. But no, anything from Jodie Whittaker on is pure garbage. Sorry, dude.
In his humble opinion.
In my opinion. But you watch what you want to watch. You like what you like. So that's fine.
Antonis loves a Halloween remake, but respects your opinion. Part of our countdown of the Halloween franchise and movies, we're going to get to the John Carpenter, to the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. And so we will be talking about those.
My issue with Rob Zombie, one, I like Halloween 2 better because I felt it was more of a pure Rob Zombie movie. But I think he's such a hypocrite. And I've even met him once. And in the documentaries for Halloween, It's brilliant. The film is wonderful. It's great. Nobody should remake this film. It's, oh my God, it's such a classic. It's wonderful. Then if you watch the documentary for Halloween, he's like, well, I'm making it because it's not a great movie and there's so many plot holes in it. And it's like, what? What do you really? So yeah.
Okay. You know what? That goes back to my theory of the less I know about people, the more I like them. So I like Rob Zombie's music. I like Rob Zombie's movies, and I just don't know how much I would like him as a dude. So we'll see. We'll talk about those coming up soon. Yeah. Did you guys see the Ed Gein Netflix show trailer? Is that the one with Charlie Hunnam?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks great, man. I cannot wait for that.
I hope. I've watched enough movies and documentaries about him, so I hope.
Abbott and Costello, Meet the Monster movies. Do you guys enjoy those? I don't normally go back that far.
I would say yes to that. I love Abbott and Costello. I love the Universal Monster stuff that they did, because you could watch it along with the original stuff, the Frankensteins and the Draculas and all that stuff. So they did meet at one point a Creature from the Black Lagoon. It was a skit that they did on their show. So they've met even more of them. But yeah, I think they're fun. They're very fun.
OGP and John, have you seen The Thing from Another World film, which was the source material for John Carpenter's The Thing? I have not. Have you, John?
Yes, I own it. I've seen it several times. Paul Frees, who's in that movie, is the godfather of an ex-girlfriend of mine. And he does a lot of movie voices and all that type of stuff. He does the voice in the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
definitely
so,
know his voice then.
Yeah, love The Thing, love Thing from Another World. I've read the book and all that type of stuff.
Nice. Christian is reading Tarantino's new book right now.
It must be this big.
Cleveland Guardians come back from 15 games behind to win the series. I know that's yesterday's news, but I'm still a Cleveland fan. You know what? Today is the first day after the conclusion of the regular season of Major League Baseball. You are allowed to celebrate today. So, you know what? I do not hate Cleveland. I like the city. I've been there a couple times, and they got a fun ballpark. And it wouldn't, if I wasn't going to see, this would be my order of teams. I would like to see Boston win the World Series. I would like to see San Diego Padres win a World Series, and then it wouldn't break my heart to see Cleveland if either of those two. If Boston's out of it, why not have Cleveland? Love Tim Baker in Who? We're talking Doctor Who.
No, Tom Baker, but Tom Baker's considered to be.
He said it here, and then Tom Baker.
Yeah, he's considered to be the GOAT for Doctor Who.
Okay. I have to. We got to get to some stuff, so I'm gonna have to skip ahead here, everybody. I'm sorry if I missed some comments, but we gotta press on here. We'll try and get back to some comments in a little bit. Gail was born in Cleveland. Oh, very cool, Gail. Ohio rocks. So John, you have a couple movies?
Yeah, I'm trying to do the eyebrow thing.
What is that? What is the eyebrow thing?
You know, where they go like that, like Spock does. You know, some people can actually lift their eyebrow, and
I can't do both. I get the one going pretty good.
Yeah, I can't even get one up there. It's like, well, I mean, it's like that, but it's kind of weak. So yeah, I was doing it to your comment.
I like Ohio. I got a lot of family back there. Lots of great stuff in that state.
I like Cleveland. I like the Cleveland show. I thought that was pretty good until they canceled it.
Oh, that's funny. What do you got over there? You got a couple movies?
Yeah, you want me to show one and then you show one?
Well, I've got Gail's stuff here. Whoa, we can go. Yeah.
Well, no, I only have two, and then you can focus on the
show what you got there, and then we'll get into the box that Gail sent me.
Okay, so I got this on Blu-ray. This is the 2-disc unrated director's cut of The Wolfman.
Oh, yeah.
So I was happy about that. So and it's got its nice little slipcase there, which is really cool. And then now this is, and we're going to be talking about these tonight, I assume, Bloody Murder and Bloody Murder 2.
We should talk about those. Yes, we watched those. Yes, we
Yes.
did. Yes.
And through my research, I found out that there is a spin-off movie, but it is considered part 3, and that is The Graveyard.
Oh, and so you got that already. Oh.
Yeah, it came today. So I'll watch it, and then I will do a review next week. So from the trailer and everything, this looks like it has nothing to do with those movies. So I'll have to see. Yeah.
So, and this is when John mentions Bloody Murder. This is the movie he's talking about there. And after I was watching this, John mentioned that there was a sequel, and I did not know. So I went and watched the sequel. We'll talk about these here in a little bit. Probably we'll get through the Halloween movies first, and then we'll dive into Bloody Murder, a campy slasher film. So, okay, very cool. Very good stuff. So that concludes your portion of the pickup show tonight?
That's it.
Nice. So Gail, being the lovely human being that he is, sent me this box.
He is.
And so he mentions that one of these is an upgrade. He always writes little nice notes in there. One of these was an upgrade, and the rest I don't have. Happy we share the love of horror movies. Yes, Gail, I'm very happy. That not only we share that, but we share friendship too. So that's awesome. Love you, Gail. So the first movie he sent, and I popped in that very night, was Piranha.
Love Piranha.
And so I did not own Piranha. I'd never seen Piranha. This movie had me in stitches. I was laughing my ass off. What a great cast. And I'll have to break out my microphone. Ving Rhames and Richard Dreyfuss. Oh, my God. But the cast in here is phenomenal. But this is shot out. It's basically, it's like a total ripoff of Jaws, but it's with piranhas out at Lake Havasu, which is like the number one. Well, I don't know. Florida's pretty big. It's the West Coast #1 party spot for spring breakers. So all the stuff you see with the girls on the boats with their boobs out and the wet t-shirt contests and stuff, they're right by the London Bridge. So I'm very familiar with all the locations here. I've been up and down that river a bunch of times. And oops. All bad. I'm dropping stuff. But anyways, it was very fun, very gory. I wonder, John, when was the last time you seen this? Has it been a while?
I've seen it twice. I saw it in the theater, and then I watched it. I don't know how I watched it the second time, but yeah, I loved it. It's the second remake of the original Piranha. So, but I
am wondering if this is maybe the bloodiest movie of all time.
And Eli Roth is in it. He gets eaten by piranhas.
Oh, is he? I didn't even catch that. Oh, that's funny.
I think he's the guy who's like announcing with like all the girls that are in the bikinis and everything. He's on the boat.
Okay.
And and he gets killed. I like the sequel too. I'm a big fan of Piranha 3 Double D.
Okay, I've not seen that. But I love when the two guys are carrying a girl out of the water and then she just rips in half. Hysterical. But there was so much blood in that water and just all over the place. People just chewed up. It may rival Dead Alive for the bloodiest movie ever. It was great. I highly recommend it if anybody hasn't seen it. And Gail, thank you so much. Then next, because I did not own, well, I'll just show them both at the same time. Candyman, Day of the Dead, and Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. Right there.
Good stuff.
And so from the original Candyman movie, was it just the two sequels and then the remake, or were there more than this? I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the franchise.
No, there's 3 original Candyman films and then the remake.
So Candyman, and then these two, and then
Candyman, then Farewell to the Flesh, Day of the Dead, and then they remade Candyman, which is it's a requel.
Yeah, and that's the one where it's not Tony Todd as Candyman, but Tony Todd makes a cameo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is awesome. I've not seen these, and so I will definitely put them on the list of movies to watch. So thank you very much for those, Gail. And this is maybe the coolest of the bunch, and this is the last one here, but this is maybe the coolest of the bunch because this is still brand new, factory sealed Blu-ray of The Blob.
Oh, I love the
collector's edition, Scream Factory. Go ahead, John.
You know, I've stopped saying that, but since now you keep bringing it up. So hey,
well, I'm waiting for it.
So who was the producer on that? Who produced that Blu-ray there?
I don't think he's on this one, sir.
It might have been after he left.
Yeah, I think this is after he left because I don't see his name there.
Yeah, the cover doesn't look familiar.
Yeah, Terror Has No Shape.
That is
Love
a
the
great
Blob.
remake.
Love The Blob. Yes.
Love the ending to that too.
Yeah. I think I like the remake of The Blob better than the original.
Have you seen the sequel to the original, Son of the Blob?
I want to say no, but there's a chance, like back in the 80s or whenever, if it came out in the 80s, there's a chance I saw it. But I at this point I would say no. I'd have no recollection of it.
It might be a little too old for you, maybe.
Okay.
Because the original with Steve McQueen is a classic, and then Larry Hagman, who played JR on Dallas, directed it, and it's either called Son of the Blob or Beware the Blob, and it was the 70s, I think. And then there's this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's so in the 80s, because my first memory, I have very, very, very vague memories of childhood in the late 70s. Most of my memories start in the 80s, and so I do remember watching a lot of horror with my mom in the 80s, and this was stuff at home, so it had obviously been out for a while. It was stuff that we rented at the video library, which was later bought out by Blockbuster. So it was either rentals or just movies they came across. So, or, if it popped up on HBO or wherever, but it is possible because I did watch a lot of horror with my mom. So, and my dad too, most of the time, but a lot of time he would have been home from work and he slept through everything. So kind of like what I like to do now. We'll pop on a movie and 10 minutes later I'm out cold. So yeah. But that's it, man. What an awesome box. Gail, thank you so much. Yeah, that really made my day. Life is, thrown me a few curveballs lately, and so that definitely cheered me up when I definitely need it. So thank you for that, Gail. Let's see here. Greg is back. Curtis had to take care. He had to take care of your dog. I locked my dogs out back so they couldn't bark. my wife is next door, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lock the dogs out. Lock the dogs out. Bark so they can't back. There you go.
That's the white version of Who Let the Dogs Out.
Yes. I watched Dark Shadows in the 60s. Wow. Yep. No.
That was a long
yeah, the 60s, man. Can you believe that? It was a long time ago. So I got some great pickups there. Ballerina, the stuff from Gail. So what do you say? What do you say, John? Should we talk about Halloween now? Or do you have anything else that we want to talk about before we get into Halloween?
No, I guess Halloween and then, Bloody Murder is fine.
Yeah. Okay. So that we know they're not new, but I still like to play our little, thingies here. I like to play with our thingies. Yeah, it is not spoiler free, but this is our movie reviews for the week. And so this is what I own for Halloween 3. I have my old Halloween movies in the garage boxed up, but this is the one I keep on my shelf here. And so you have the disc and this. And then I think you have, I do believe, it has reversible artwork in there, so you can make it look like the original. And then you got a Blu-ray and the 4K. So, and all kinds of special features. What do you got over there, John?
I have a dry, boneless desert of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. There is literally nothing on this, not even a trailer. So
that's all right.
But this is before Blu-ray and all that, so I just haven't
Yeah.
upgraded yet. But it's fine. I mean, it's DVD. It's on its own disc at least.
Yeah,
So
the movie plays. It plays. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, watching in 4K was pretty darn nice. It was. I do have.
Sounded and looked great, as I'm sure.
I do have one complaint about this, and I was very vocal in my bitching about it on Instagram there. Actually, I wasn't vocal. I was typal. I was like typing my bitch. So a lot of these movies, the Halloween movies that came out from Scream Factory, and shame on you, Scream Factory, for doing this. They wanted to put audio commentary. So we have the director of this, Mr. Halloween
Wallace.
3. Thank you. I was drawing a blank on his name, but on the bottom I see John Carpenter, Alan Haworth, Universal, Dean Connolly. Where is Tommy's name? Oh, it's way up there in the third line. Usually the director's on the bottom line, but they got him up there in the third line. But anyways, the audio commentary with this is you have Tommy Lee Wallace and then some other dude, and then you have Sean Clark, who I think a lot of us know who Sean Clark is. He's a YouTuber, Malfunct Sean. He has Horror's Hallowed Grounds, where he goes around visiting a lot of filming locations from horror movies.
I do know him. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
so his videos are great. Met him in person a few times. Nice guy. And he represents a lot of actors. Gets them hooked up with conventions to go, do conventions and stuff. He is the one that organized and put on the H45, the Halloween 45th anniversary convention. That's his convention. So he is in the audio commentary of this with Tommy Lee Wallace and some other dude. The audio commentary of this is just Sean Clark being a fanboy and going, I've been to that location. I've been to that location. I know where that is. This location doesn't exist anymore. That location, blah, 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 this and that and this and that. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I don't care what filming locations you've been to. They put on some of these, the Horror's Hallowed Grounds episode that he made. You can watch the filming locations he's been to. I don't fucking need it in the audio commentary. I want to hear the director talk. We blow up a car in this. We blow up a car out in front of a hospital. Tell me how you did that. Tell me what type of explosives did you use? Tell me, more about one. Well, I did learn one thing, and that was Tommy Lee Wallace was talking about, because they asked him, all the people in the suits, where did they get those people? Were they cast or whatever? No, they were all extras. They were hired because, part of SAG and Hollywood and everything, there's people that are extras. That's what they do for a living. And these were extras. They were all the guys in suits were all extras. So they made very little money. They came on set, they got paid, they did their thing, and that was that. That's like the only thing I learned. Other than that, it's just, I literally turned off the audio commentary on this. I was like, I can't do it. And I just rewatched the movie again. So the audio commentary on this sucks ass. We're going to talk about Halloween 4 in a little bit. Very, very different opinion of that audio commentary. But Halloween 3 audio commentary on this, skip it. It is terrible. So shame on you, Scream Factory, for putting that on this. You just have the director on there, or Sean Clark. Ask him questions about the movie. Don't just tell us where you've been. So that's that as far as the movie and stuff about the physical, the copies and stuff that I got. John, you want to, since I've been rambling, you want to tell everybody about the movie and your thoughts on it?
Well, being my age, I saw it in the theater when it came out, and everybody hated it. It wasn't Michael Myers. And of course, this is before internet and all that type of stuff. But, people would say, well, Michael Myers was shot in the eyes and he was in an explosion and all that. So how could they make a part 3? I guess if you just didn't call it Halloween and it's just called Season of the Witch, but George Romero has a movie called Season of the Witch. So I don't know. The idea that it was supposed to be an anthology series, each Halloween, then Halloween 4 would be a different movie, then Halloween 5 would be a different movie. I guess the idea there is okay, but I don't know if you Halloween 3 is very Halloween. The music is just an updated Halloween.
Oh yeah, Halloween, like the holiday Halloween, not the franchise.
Yeah, well, no, it's the music is very Halloween. John Carpenter Halloween score.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's while Halloween is very simple. Halloween 2 gets a little more detailed. Halloween 3 then gets into really the whole synth, kind of symphonic type of thing. I love the soundtrack for Halloween 3. I think it's my favorite one from those 3 films. But you have Dick Warlock is in there as one of the guys in the suits. He's the main guy, who is Michael Myers. Jamie Lee Curtis is the one person on the loudspeaker in the town and on the phone. So it's like you already have all of the stuff that's Halloween movie, but it's not Halloween. They even play Halloween on the TV, so you can't say it's within the same universe because Halloween is just a movie. But it's I can understand why people got mad. I mean, I got mad. Yeah. So it was, but now I love the movie. I think it's I really like it a lot. I'm watching it. When I rewatched Halloween 2, I thought it was just kind of boring. It's like, okay, Jamie Lee Curtis just dragging herself through a hallway. Let's get on with this. It's like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And you got to like Tom Atkins. I mean, the chick that he's with, she just goes for him. Like good for Tom Atkins. I mean, where would you like to sleep? And immediately they're just on top of each other.
Well, he's got the nurse after him. He's got his ex-wife who you feel like he could still slide in there if he wanted. He is definitely the playboy of the 80s, going in there and getting his 6-pack of, I don't know if that was Miller or if that was like Coors Banquet beer or what that was, but walking out with a 6-pack of beer, man, hilarious.
Yeah, Andy's a doctor. Well, and that's Tommy Lee Wallace's wife is his ex-wife. So Annie from Halloween. So so it's nice to have her in there too. It's now that they've had so many Halloween movies, Halloween 3 is fine. Yeah. And it's like, okay, fine, you just skip it, if you want to. But I would always, if I did a marathon, I would always watch it. So
Correct. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I do want to. Curtis mentions, he says, haha, Sean Clark is a ton of fun to talk to in real life. You would love him. No, Curtis, I have met Sean Clark many times. Been in my videos before. I have nothing against Sean. Nice guy, busy guy. You try to talk to him at conventions, he's just very busy. He's always got to go. But he's always been fun, cordial, great dude. Does not know shit about doing audio commentary on a film though. So if he has one downfall, it would be his lack of audio commentary skills. But his videos are great. His interviews are great. The guests that he gets to come to these conventions are great. Meeting him in person is great. But the audio commentary is like 76 thumbs down.
Yeah, some of these people just don't get it. Like Dinosaur.
Well, they're not filmmakers. I think you need to be a filmmaker to kind of.
Well,
or have studied film or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like a film historian, because like Dinosaur Island with Fred Olen Ray and Jim Wynorski is by far one of the best audio commentaries I've ever heard. The audio commentary for Made is the Jon Favreau, Vince Vaughn film is brilliant. Vince Vaughn does a John Madden with the pen. He'll go along going, see this?
Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool.
He draws on the screen, and it's an act, but he insults the guys that are doing the recording.
Oh,
he's like, come on, guys, come on. You're making this sound horrible. How much you get paid? And the guy's like, $30. Too much. That's too much money. You get paid. Just great. Even Ridley Scott, where you could hear him smoking and eating the snacks, was funny when he was doing that for, I think it was Hannibal. I mean, there are certain ones, but certain guys just don't get it.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
not
and that's,
hard.
and that's fine. But, it's just, I did not care for the audio commentary, but the movie is good.
Yeah.
I used to hate this movie, and it's very funny because when I bought this, Lady Fat Blood, Fat Samurai Guy's wife, she gave me so much shit because I bought this on 4K. She's like, how are you going to buy a movie on 4K that you don't like? I was like, well, it's part of the franchise. I'm getting the whole franchise. And she's like, yeah, but so what? I was like, yeah, that's what nerds do. We buy shit that, even though, like, I know another guy who has bought movies that he said he probably never watch. But for me, it was about, and I did not like it because I am guilty. It was not Michael Myers. It's like, fuck this movie. I want Michael Myers. So, learning that they felt like at the end of Halloween 2, that was it. The Michael Myers saga was done. It was wrapped up. It was over. And so if we're going to do another Halloween, let's have the new story. And yes, it was supposed to be a different movie every Halloween, and just that's what was going to happen, which would have been great if we had something. I mean, as long as they were good, I would love that if we got some Halloween movie every year with this type of vibe. Not that bullshit they gave us from 2018 to Halloween Ends, but this type of vibe would be great. So, and as far as the movie goes, I do think the pacing is pretty good. Watching it again, because I watched it twice recently, about a month ago, and then just a few days ago. And I do both times. I think the pacing is good. The story is good. And I love how they do tease. They give you the red herring, news story about the missing Stonehenge pillar. And then later on at the end of the movie, we find out that pillar is, in the Silver Shamrock factory. And so it kind of, they kind of teased at the beginning, and you're like waiting for it throughout the movie. But, the fact that they kind of took over this whole town, they have cameras everywhere. It's just creepy as shit that when you go into this town that you're just going to be watched. The one real issue I have with Halloween 3, and it's funny because what I did get, another little nugget I did get from the audio commentary was that Tommy Lee Wallace was saying at the beginning of the movie, when he was shooting it, there was no inclination at all that, whatever her name was, but Stacey Nelkin, the actress, that she was going to be one of the robots or whatever.
Oh,
so
Eileen,
was that her name?
Ellie. Ellie. Oh, Ellie.
Ellie. Well, is Ellie? Was that her name?
Yeah, because I got it up on Wikipedia now.
Oh, okay, so Ellie. So he had throughout the beginning of the movie, there was never any tease or anything about her being one of the robots. So my issue with it all is that shouldn't there have been little hints or clues that we could have, after she tried to kill him in the car when they were leaving, shouldn't there have been something that we went back to and went, oh, that's why she did this in the factory, or that's, why this happened, or that? There was nothing like that. So, okay.
So it's when she's on the table. Everything before, that's when she's the android. Everything before that is her normal, is her as a person. It's when she gets kidnapped, he goes to find her, she's on the table, and he leaves with her. She doesn't say a word.
Yeah.
So she's the android from the table on. My problem with that is it took them like an hour to make her. That doesn't make any sense. How long does it take to make these people? And she's a brand new one. So like Dick Warlock, he gets messed up from time to time, and then you see him again. So you figure, okay, they probably have a mask or whatever it is that they just then pop onto another robot with him. because he's already been made. But how do you get it from her? She's never been made before. This is brand new. It doesn't make any sense. But I noticed that this time around, she doesn't say a word. And I went, oh, yeah, that's how we know.
No, but she goes with him.
Yeah.
She doesn't try and stop him at all.
No.
You know, she's like helping him escape and stuff. Why wouldn't she
because
try and kill him right there?
Well, because
when they're up on that balcony thing.
We're supposed to be
Why
surprised.
not push him off? No, I know. But I think they could have done better with that. But I did like the twist that she was, the android robot, whatever the fuck they were.
She comes back to life so many friggin' times. It's like, oh, come on, this has got to be parody.
But yeah, no, the arm coming to get him was funny, and then her body with the head missing. It was a pretty funny sequence. But I don't know, that is like my knock. As far as her jumping into bed so quick was like kind of interesting. But I mean, it is what it is. She's, I just, her dad was just killed. I guess if she wasn't that close with her dad or whatever, okay. But I don't know. All in all, though, the movie's fun. It definitely would not be made the same nowadays with how much of a womanizer Tom Atkins was. It would be, he wouldn't have been sleeping with her, whatever. That's for sure. So I'm glad this is made when it was. Yeah.
She would be like, well, where do you want to sleep? And he'd be like, well, do I have your permission to sleep with you? Yeah. So it's my other issue is, her with a robot, that it took way too fast for her to become one. And I do think the different body parts attacking him is hilarious. I think it's meant to be funny, I guess. But him throwing the mask up on the camera, no way. He's still.
Oh, no, 100%. Yeah,
and he just does this, and the mask was perfectly over it. I remember laughing at that in the theater. Yeah, and other people did too. And I don't think that this could be made today. Also because of the children, I don't think that it would be. The mask would probably have to be everybody.
If Terrifier can blow up a mall full of children.
Well, but that's an independent film. I mean, this would be probably Universal, but it's. Yeah. But I think it has a great ending that a lot of people hate. I love him looking right into the camera. That's directly from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah. Yeah. So
and the fact that he doesn't save the day.
Well, how could I was going to message you this and then I deleted it. So if it's on at 9. Which I don't know. Would parents let their kids stay up till 9? But okay, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween, yeah. That's a definite yes.
But then what about in New York? So if he's in California, and this
that's probably one of those things that we have to ignore time zone changes.
Yeah, and that's not how things work on the phone. You don't get on the phone and call one station and go, turn it off. You got to turn it off. And then every station turns it off. No, you would literally have to call every single station.
But back in the day when we had to actually flip the channels on the TV or use our little slide bar, remember the channel changers that had the slide bar?
Yeah. They were like brown and you would go,
Yeah. And it had the wire that went to the back of the TV and stuff. Those, I think, it's, people would accept the fact that you could call the cable company and go turn the commercial off. Nowadays we know better, but I think that's just one of those things that, you have to skip. You have to just ignore that issue there.
Yeah, I just don't know how he would, because it goes to static, and then like the kid turns it, and then it's like,
on the other channel.
And then it stops, and then they turn it, and then it's fine. And he's like, turn it off. And he's only talking to one place, and it's like, no, I get what they're doing. I understand that. I mean, obviously, and where did he get the number for the television, station?
Well, yeah, no, there's a lot of issues with that right there, the whole scene. But the idea that, back in the 80s, because you had a cable company, and it wasn't, back in the 80s, you didn't have an option. It was whatever cable company was available in your area. You call that cable company and you say, turn this off. That cable company controls every channel that's coming out to you. So they could go and go, okay, we're not, we're, whatever, channel 2, we're preempting it. Channel 3, we're preempting it. Channel 4, we're preempting it. But yeah, it is, there's a lot of problems with it. You just have to kind of ignore that scene and go, it was the 80s and people believe that he's a doctor, so he could do that.
Yeah, because if you're looking at something like Saturday Night Live, okay, that came on late, and then then like California, they would have the delay. So
you wouldn't actually see it live.
Yeah, so it would. So that's I'm not this time. Of course, I'm thinking way too much about it. It's Halloween 3, but it's just like this doesn't. No,
it doesn't work. But also the same thing with the car blowing up outside the hospital. The fact that they just went on about their lives after a car blew up outside. There was like they didn't. Nowadays, that hospital would be under lockdown. It would be a very different scene. So,
there was
things were just different back then.
There were no cops, no ambulances, no fire trucks. There was that it blows up. And then like Tom Atkins walks outside and it's still smoking. It's like, where's all the cops? Where's the fire? Who put the fire out?
Yeah. No, that was funny. So it does have its flaws, but I do like the idea that they said, okay, we're going to do Halloween, but Michael Myers is done. The Michael Myers saga is over. So we're going to do something different. And with that in mind, I think they put together a good movie. And the idea that I look at this and I go, this is Halloween, but it's not part of the Michael Myers Halloween universe, then I can enjoy it. And it's a very good movie if you look at it that way. It's a lot of fun.
Well, there's little Easter eggs now you can look at. Oh, look, there was Dick Warlock. Oh, that's Jamie Lee Curtis's voice. Yeah. So now it's for me, it's more of an Easter egg type of thing. But you would think, Halloween obviously was until Scream was the highest grossing independent movie ever made. You look at something like, let's say, Halloween 2, which had a simple budget of $2.5 million. It made $25.5 million.
Yeah. Well, and that's good, especially because back then when Halloween 2 came out, to go see a movie at the theater was probably like $1. Or like $1.50 or something.
Cheap. You could take the whole family and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
But so of course Universal's going to say, well, we need a third one. But Halloween 3, okay, a little bit more of a budget, $4.6 million. It didn't make nearly as much as 2, but it still made $14.4 million.
Well, and that's because people were pissed off because you didn't have Michael Myers.
But I think if they would have done Halloween 4 in the same way as that, just do a completely different story, I think people would have gone, okay.
Oh, it would have picked up. It probably would have bounced back a little bit. Yeah. I think you're right.
Oh, I get now what they're doing. So,
So let's rate this. Let's give it a rating. And then I do want to get to some of the comments on this. So sorry, everybody. I will get caught up on your comments about this because a lot of people have been chiming in on our thoughts. Halloween 3, I'll rate this one first. And then with 4, you can rate that one first. So on a 1 to 5, I give it 3.5 stars, 3.5 stars on a 1 to 5. That's where I'm at with Halloween 3.
I am 3.
3 stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
More towards a 0.5, but it's no. You know what? I'm going to go 3.5. No.
Yeah. I just
3.5. Yeah.
There's some issues, but it's just fun, and it is a great movie to watch around Halloween. So, there's a lot going on with it, a lot of different layers. So, I think that's good. So 3.5. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Gail had to head out. Well, Gail, you're probably gone, but if you're still watching, Gail, have yourself a good night. Get some rest.
Yes.
Curtis says, I just wish it took place in the same universe. Halloween is not a movie, but in the same universe. So yeah, like you're saying took place in a Michael Myers universe, maybe, but without Michael Myers. And I mean, plausibly it could. Well, no, because they showed the Halloween commercial. So Halloween was a movie for it. Yeah.
Some people have tried to put them in the same universe, but it doesn't make sense if they're watching it on television.
Yeah. Sean used to have to clean the snow off the dish. Man, yeah. Oh, I'm glad I never had to live in those days. Go outside and clean the snow off the TV dish or the TV antennas or whatever. Oh, not fun. Halloween 3 was going to be a spin-off. Yeah, and that's where John Carpenter was, he's like, Michael Myers is done, originally didn't even want to make the sequel. But the studios wanted it.
Money talks and contracts,
Yeah.
talk.
Terry, what's going on, Terry? How you doing? Enjoying the show? I read that Nigel Neal of Quatermass fame wrote the original screenplay, but is uncredited.
He's uncredited because he didn't want to be credited. He hated the script, so he walked off the film. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I did remember in the audio commentary, they talked about how he wrote it and then gave it to John Carpenter. And then after John Carpenter gave it to Tommy, Tommy said that the movie is probably like 60% still Nigel's original right. That John Carpenter tweaked it, and he said he thinks that the Halloween commercial was John Carpenter's input. John Carpenter wanted that little Easter egg in there, and then obviously Tommy as a director put his own fingerprints on it too. So, but it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. So,
yeah. I mean, Carpenter asked him to do Halloween 2, and he said, no, I don't want to do it. So that's when they got Rick Rosenthal, who then came back for Halloween H2O. But it's then when Carpenter offered Tom Lee Wallace Halloween 3, he's like, oh, it's not Michael Myers. I'll do it. Sure. So, but it's the Quatermass stuff is great. I mean, it's Hammer, Hammer Films, and it's great science fiction, cosmic horror stuff. So highly recommended.
Okay, nice. I was going to say, I did not know what that was. So Halloween 4, we need to talk about this now. And I did watch. This has very good audio commentary. It's some guy asking, is it Dwight Little, the director?
Yeah.
Asking him questions throughout the movie that are very good questions to ask about the scenes that are going on, what's taking place, how did they do this, what was the inspiration for that, those type of things. It is phenomenal. And one of the things that he talks about in this, as opposed to Halloween 3, they wanted this to be a serious horror movie. This wasn't supposed to have funny little moments, goofy parts to make you laugh. They really wanted this. They wanted the audience to bond, to identify with the family that Michael was there, or coming back, to kill. And basically the idea is that he's going to kill anybody in his way of him getting to, what's her name? Danielle Harris, who was Jamie, which is funny because, and that's obviously because Jamie Lee Curtis. Mm-hmm. And before diving into the story and stuff on it more, he did say, after this, they asked him to come back for part 5, and he's like, no, I'm good. He said he felt like the story was, pretty complete, and that he didn't feel like he would have had more to add. He thought, let another director do it. But he did say in the audio commentary that he would, if offered to direct another Halloween movie, that he would come back now. So that is kind of interesting. And there was something else that he talked about that I really wanted to mention, but I'll have to think about it as we get there now. It was, so as a director, his vision was that Michael Myers was not, and this is interesting, we could debate this, I'm sure we could debate this. Michael Myers was not coming to kill Jamie. He was coming to find her. That was his family. And so that's interesting. And because he just wanted to kill everybody before. And once we made the connection with Halloween 2, where Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode was his real sister, and he wanted to, kill her. So when posed with that question, he says, Michael Myers, because he is a lunatic, mad, whatever you want to label him as, he doesn't have the ability. Like he gets, his like, oh, I got to come be with you, but he doesn't know how to control the killing. And so, he just kills, even though he's just trying to connect with family. It's like he doesn't know. So he kind of explains. If you listen to the audio commentary, you can understand a lot better than what I'm saying here. But it kind of makes sense of why Michael Myers started doing what he did in the first place. It's like his way of showing his family that he loved him. Good. He's so fucked in the head that his way of showing his family he loves them is by killing them. So that's you got to listen to the audio commentary. This audio commentary right here is very, very good. He gives you a lot of information about why things were done. He even talks about, how they did all kinds of casting in LA and could not find anybody for the role of Jamie. And then they did some casting in New York, and that's where they found Danielle Harris. But the sister, Ellie Cornell, whatever the sister's name was, they found her in LA. They just, they did the casting and they found her there.
Oh, Rachel.
But, okay, thank you. So, so there's a lot of good information on that. Now, there are 2 audio commentaries because there is another audio commentary with the 2 sisters, Danielle and Ellie, that you can listen to. I have not listened to that. If I'm going to do audio commentary, I want to learn about the making of the film. And I think I would get a lot more of that from the director than an actor. An actor would be talking about their experiences on set and that stuff, which is fine. But I wanted the directors. So, did I put you on to sleep?
Oh no, I'm looking. This is mine.
Okay.
So
okay. I was just going to say, I thought I bored you to death because you were like kind of keeled over there.
No, I was looking at if this had special features where the other one doesn't. So, and it does.
Okay.
It's got a lot of audio commentaries and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then why don't you tell us? Because I've kind of gone into, this has, the making of Halloween 4, obviously. Or the Horrors Hollow Ground, so you can watch Sean Clark talk about his film and locations. And then theatrical, it has the trailers, TV spots, still gallery, all kinds of goodies on here. This is a great special features addition to the franchise. So what is yours all got over there, John?
Well, Scream Factory always gets new stuff put on theirs. So mine doesn't. Part 5 has a lot. But part 4 only has audio commentary by, the 2 actresses, and then the writer. And then it has the Halloween 4-5 discussion panel and the making of Halloween 4, the final cut, and a theatrical trailer.
Awkward pause.
The one that I'm curious about is part 6, because I had to get the audio commentary for part 6 off of the internet. Because and that's Daniel Farrard, and he didn't do audio commentary for the movie with the studio. He did it separately on a show, and he watched it and talked about the whole movie. And I think maybe it's on YouTube, and I remember downloading it and keeping it. So I'm wondering if maybe your part 6 has him on there. But you have a lot more stuff because this is old. This is Anchor Bay, so it doesn't have as much.
Okay. Well, and so with John mentioning part 6, so next week we are going to look at part 5 and part 6. And now John brought up the fact that part 6 has the theatrical and the producer's cut. So John, do you think I kind of think we should watch 5 and then both versions of 6 before next week? I think it'd be better to talk them out on the same time, or do you think that's too much? Are we pushing it?
I think with our memories, we're pushing it.
Okay. Well, my memory, waiting another week after watching
no.
movies.
We do 5 and 6, the theatrical cut. And then we do the following week, 6, the producer's cut, and then Halloween H2O.
And that's where my comparison of the 2 movies a week apart, I may struggle with that, but whatever you want to do.
I mean, I've seen both of them a couple times.
Okay.
So, I mean, it depends on what you want to do, but I just don't want them
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about that throughout the week. But so everybody knows, next week, part 5 and part 6, those are the 2 we're going to be talking about next week.
Yeah.
So whether we watch both movies or not, for 6. But so Halloween 4, this is a different one. We're bringing back Michael Myers, and Donald Pleasance is back. And, we thought at the end of part 2 that they were both dead, but, we just put some burns on them and everything's hunky dory, which I'm glad they did, because if you're going to give me Michael Myers, I love Donald Pleasance. And so the fact that we got more Donald Pleasance was good. I mean, and Michael Myers, hey, we talk about the fact that he's, this, superhuman being or whatever, supernatural powers. So he can withstand getting shot 6 times, or, all the different things that he's endured over the years, and still carry on, dead or alive, whatever he is. That's fine. But if you're going to burn him the way you did, shit, why not burn Donald Pleasance and bring him back too? So a little far-fetched, but that's okay. But we get them. And then now, yes, it's about his Michael Myers trying to get to little Jamie. How does he know Jamie exists? Who knows?
Well, okay, this is where I'm going to disagree with the director, is when they're transporting him and he's in the ambulance, one of the 2 paramedics says, wait, like that's Michael Myers? Oh, he has a niece in blah, blah, blah. Oh. And his hand grips the blanket. And he's like shaking.
So
like,
that's where he figured it out. Okay.
Yeah. And so they basically give him that information, which is why I don't think the director's correct on that. It's his movie. I could be totally wrong.
Well, what the director's correct about what?
Oh, say it shows his love for the family, and is that who you're talking about that was saying all that?
Yeah. He was saying that that Michael Myers was after her. His vision as the director was that Michael Myers was just trying to find his niece.
See, I think if the people in the ambulance never mentioned Jamie Lloyd, that he would have never known.
Yeah. No, and you're right about that. Yes. Yeah. So that explains how he knew. It would have been interesting to see
like Michael had a computer.
Yeah, no. It would, but I'm just saying it would have been interesting to see, even if you used a different actress or whatever, or even if you never showed her, some type of news story or something about, like maybe at the very, very beginning, about, or some point in the film about, Laurie Strode and her husband or whatever, the father of Jamie, like getting killed because they supposedly died in a car accident.
She never died. That's where Halloween H2O comes in.
Well, yes, no, but as far as this, they talk about the fact that she was killed in the car accident.
Right.
But so H2O, we're going to go say that was like a ploy to hide from Michael Myers or whatever.
It was witness protection.
Yeah. So, but I just, something about that would have been interesting in this.
You like that type of stuff. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't.
I mean, they say it. They say it clearly that she died in a car accident. So,
but
I would have just liked to have seen it.
I don't. Well, for what purpose?
Well, just because it's a movie. So I could tell you, hey, Superman flew, to save the bad guys, or I can show you Superman flying or not to save the bad guys, to get the bad guys. I could tell you Superman flew over there, or I can show you. Well, you're watching the movie to see it. You're not watching the movie to be told a story.
But then who sees the article?
Well, that's up to the writers and the director, or whatever. I'm just saying I would have liked to. I didn't put all that thought into it. All I said was I would have liked to have seen that. It would have been interesting. But I understand Jamie Lee Curtis was done with horror movies. She wasn't coming back, so you just mention it. To me, the off-screen kills are kind of rude. like she was the franchise. Jamie Lee Curtis was the franchise. I I mean, we know it's Michael Myers or whatever, but he's a guy in a mask. You know, the recognizable face of the franchise is Jamie Lee Curtis. She's the final girl, you know, and so to kill her off screen is kind of like wah wah.
Well, I mean,
But-
Carpenter didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it.
No, I get it. I agree. But but anyways, I'm just saying that's, you know, I'm not saying right or wrong or anything. I'm just saying I would have liked to have seen it.
It's
And now
it's
to-
a throwaway
to-
line. I mean, that's all it is. It's just, oh, Jamie Lloyd, and then Michael.
so you understand that why Jamie Lee Curtis isn't there. You know, it's kind of like putting the picture of Roy Scheider up on the wall in Jaws, so we know he's dead.
Well, and here's my question: why would you move Michael Myers like on Halloween Eve? What
They go into that in the audio commentary. They go into that. So he said, you know, the director says, he goes, the idea that, you know, somebody's going to just escape from prison or something is so hard, so far-fetched to come up with this, you know, and I mean, hey, you know, 3 from hell. There you go. How the hell does she get out of jail, you know, so quickly, right? So
badly done.
So he says the easiest way for Michael Myers to escape was to put him in the vehicle to transport him. So they put him in the vehicle to transport
why
him.
not transport him in September? Like them putting him in there is fine.
John,
the two medics saying there's a niece or whatever she is, it is fine. Him escaping is fine. But
what
why
is
would you do it on that night?
well, I mean, in the medical world or the scientific world or whatever, it's just another day, just another day. There's our Oingo Boingo moment of the night. You're welcome, everybody. But he does this audio commentary is so good. I recommend everybody check this one out. So one thing that the director does talk about in the audio commentary here is that the theories and everything. He goes, "This is the way I directed it. You basically go perceive the movie the way you want." You know, it's you kind of decide what happens, you know. And so he was saying because they were asking him what his vision was. So, and you know, it's like you can, whatever it is, your vision, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, anyways, Halloween 4, John, what are your thoughts? Do you want to get into the story, or what do you have to say about it?
Even with me saying what I did, I love Halloween 4. When I rewatched it this time, I don't know what it was, but I remember way back in the day when they said, you know, Dwight H. Little would be directing this film. And of course, like I said, before internet and all that stuff, I worked at a video store and I'm like, well, wait, I know that name sounds familiar. And he did a film called Getting Even, which is like I guess like a Death Wish type of movie. And I'm just like, okay, maybe like none of us had heard of this guy before. And I like that the credits are different. I like that the music is, you know, themed by Carpenter, but then it's Alan Holworth, I think is how you say his name.
Holworth, yeah.
Holworth, yeah, who now does the music for like the next few movies. And he's really good too. There is something about the director's directing. There's something about that I really like. It felt like a 1970s Hammer movie. Like as they were kind of going downhill and Dracula's now in modern times, or Frankenstein is in, you know, like when they were on the outs and everything was really low budget. It felt like that to me because they have so many things. The stuff that's in the ambulance with it crashed, I thought looked really good, which of course reminded me of Texas 2 when the same thing type of thing happened. Yeah. But all the stuff at the garage, you know, Michael in the bandages and he kills the guy and Donald Pleasance could see him, or Dr. Loomis could see him in the mirrors. And it's like, is that Michael or is that just an illusion? Yeah. And then I love Halloween 4 and I don't know why, because I think
it's a good movie.
Well, I hate the story. I don't like the thing with Danielle Harris and all that. I really don't. I don't.
But it's well put together. And this is funny because I am going to be thumping the audio commentary for part 4 like I did for part 1. for part one with John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis, the audio commentary is phenomenal. This one here, they ask one of the first questions that the guy asks the director is, why did you choose to do your opening credits this way? Because it's so different. We have 1 and 2 where it's the jack-o'-lantern zooming in. And then 3, it's the like electronic digital jack-o'-lantern, which I'm not really a fan of, but I get it. But it's still the jack-o'-lantern. This, it's all these different scenes. And he says that they actually researched the history of Halloween. And he goes, I wanted this to feel like Halloween, like real Halloween. And so Halloween starting back in like 1700s in New England, being about like the end of the harvest crop, whatever and stuff. So that's why he showed a lot of farms and stuff like that, because that is historically Halloween. And so there's a real reason for the opening credits that he did in this movie to make it different than the other ones. And the fact that he wanted this to be a scary horror movie. He didn't want it to be a goofy, cheesy, thing you would laugh at. And I think he nailed the Halloween aspects because, we had the trick-or-treaters and stuff. We had the masks, we have, Michael Myers, but also we have that Halloween vibe. And it's interesting too, this one being filmed in Utah, like in Salt Lake City. And he says, oh, the neighborhood they picked, he goes, it felt like, Pasadena, like where they were shooting the other ones. And I disagree. It didn't really look like Pasadena. The houses were a little different. But it wasn't shot in the fall, and they had to go take they actually, unlike John Carpenter, where he left the green leaves on the tree, they went and stripped the trees of the leaves and then brought in brown leaves to make it look like fall. So at least they took the leaves off the tree. Oh, it's messed up, but whatever, the trees probably bounce back fine next year, but they do go into a lot of the things that you were mentioning right there. They do talk about, and that's why kudos to the audio commentary for this one and part 1. I didn't listen to audio commentary for 2. I can't speak on that, but 3, thumbs down. This one, it's worth buying this disc just to have that audio commentary. So sorry to take over for you there.
No. I mean, some other stuff that's just kind of funny about it is if you actually pay attention to Dr. Loomis's scars, they change. Every scene, they're different. It's almost like they didn't take the Polaroid so they could use it the next day. And of course, this is shot on film. So, you got to go get it developed and everything. So they can't just go, well, let's look at the footage. So his scars are different. Sometimes they're here. Sometimes they're here. Sometimes they're different shapes.
Oh, that's funny.
And I think he should have been even more messed up. But it is great having them back. The one criticism that this gets, and I think the rest of them screw this up. Well, no, part 5 doesn't. The mask. The mask should not look like the mask from part 1 and 2.
Because that mask burned. This has to be a new mask.
He's going into a different place. He's finding a similar mask. So the mask would not look the same. And I remember a lot of people going, oh, no, we need the traditional, William Shatner mask. No, and no, you shouldn't. And then in part 5, where, he comes back and the same mask is there. Now it's a totally different mask. But it still shouldn't be the mask from 1 and 2. Every film, the mask should, unless it's a direct sequel, should be different. And I don't think people, wanted it to be, so they just stuck with as close as they could to the original mask.
Yeah. Curtis has a question here. Do you believe the theory that Michael is, for lack of a better term, mentally retarded? I definitely believe Leatherface is, but not Michael. And I agree, definitely Leatherface, yes. Maybe dropped on his head as a baby or something. A little bit of the sloth syndrome. But Michael, I think Michael, more than like a mental illness, mental retardation or something, I think maybe would be some type of trauma he experienced that caused him to do whatever he did. He walked into his sister's room, saw boobs and went, "What in the hell are those? Now I have to kill everyone with boobs." So maybe it was something along those lines. I don't know. John, do you have a thought on that?
I know you and I have discussed it, and we do differ on that. I think that he is pure evil. I think it's what Dr. Loomis talks about. I think
Well, he's
that
the boogeyman.
well, he's a shark. You know, he has to keep moving, or he's just gonna, will just stop and die. So he has to keep killing and killing and killing. And then, of course, as the series goes on, we find out, of course, the sister. We find out about Sam Hain. We find out, depending on which cut of Halloween 6 you want, is it more magical with warlocks, or is it more science? It's so they basically bring that he is this pure evil thing that and so that's, I just think that he's pure evil. He's like the shark in Jaws or the truck in Duel. I mean, it's just he just has to keep killing and going and going. So
and to kind of credit the franchise a little bit, I think, and maybe you could argue against this, but for having no game plan at all going into this, because they didn't, it was designed to be one standalone movie, and that was that. To go to part 2 and then to go to part 4 and have the story continue on, going like, well, shit, how do we do this? How do we do that? I think they did a pretty good job, considering they didn't write the first one to set up a sequel. They didn't. So the idea that they were able to put these stories together to kind of make it flow, they have their issues, but I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah. I mean, it's they just made mistakes along the way. I mean, everybody blamed Rob Zombie for the sister thing. And it's like, no, blame Carpenter. He was the one who did it. It's Carpenter's fault that the series went the way that it did because of that. He could have just, once again, just gone after Laurie. They didn't have to be related. He could just be, I need to finish the job and take her out too. But I mean, 4 leads into 5, and 5 does lead into 6. And then if you go off of the idea that she's in the witness protection program, because she does have a different name, and 7 then leads into Resurrection, and then they were going to do one after that. And then that's when, they started it over again. Yeah. But I mean, some of them work. Texas Chainsaw Massacre does not work at all.
No.
So.
Yeah, no, and I mean, all in all, considering it was not designed, I think it does have a pretty good.
Sure. Yeah.
I found a 1985 Don Post mask in the Vincent Drug in Midvale, Utah. Wow, Sean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I want to try and get caught up on these comments so we can move on. We still got a little bit more to talk about here. Travis Mitchell, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey.
Watching over there on John Ward's channel. Very
nice.
Cool. Curtis Murray loves our argument. Very nice. Well, that's why these shows are so much better when there's 2 of us. So counterpoint kind of thing. So glad you're having fun.
Everybody has a different opinion. It's I threw out that theory, which you told me that you've heard before, where Michael doesn't exist. It's Jamie, killing everybody. So everybody has their own opinion on stuff.
Yeah.
Or Lord.
My question is, why did young Michael Myers go from a 1978 haircut to a 1988 haircut? And a 78 to an 88 haircut would be very different.
They just had to keep up with the times. I mean, you just can't walk in there looking at that 70s haircut that looks like it was cut by with a bowl.
That's funny. Right before the ambulance takes off, Dr. Hoffman rather ominously says, "Drive carefully," before looming in the back window. I think making Hoffman the Man in Black could have made more sense. Yeah, it is. It's an interesting choice, but the scene was great with them. With him standing there and looking in the back window as it drives off. It's like, it's almost like in my mind he's going like, God help these people.
Oh yeah, glad he's out. Only thing I would have done slightly different is, since the camera's inside the ambulance and we're looking out the window, is I would have had Hoffman standing there just a little bit longer watching the ambulance, and then he turns and leaves instead of instantly turning and leaving, almost like he's saying, like what you just said, may God have mercy on your soul, or, your guys
Yeah.
are doomed. God, he's out of here.
Yeah.
Or he could have been Dr. Wynn, who's the Man in Black in part 5, because in Halloween, the guy who's yelling at Loomis as they're coming out right after Michael escapes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
somebody gave him driving lessons. In the credits, he's Dr. Wynn. So maybe Hoffman should have been Wynn.
Yeah. Maybe when the ambulance drove away, he could have went, "See you later, sucker, deuces."
Later, bitch.
It has fall down to a T. Halloween 4.
Season.
Fall, the season. Okay, yes, no, it really does. Travis says, one reason 4 works so well is it's the only one where kills aren't set up by a character walking into a room. The movie doesn't stop for kills. It kills as it goes. And that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, it is, in 1 and 2, it's typically, like Michael Myers is standing in a shadow and they walk up and then they're screwed or whatever. But I definitely think 4 has a good flow to it. And Travis, thank you so much for that super chat there.
Thank
You
you.
absolutely rock. A good evening to you. Before the ambulance leaves in H4, Dr. Hoffman ominously says, did we get to this? He revealed as the Man in Black. I think we talked about that already. I think we did. One reason, the characters, maybe some of the, I don't know if I'm skipping around here or whatever. I'm sorry. Cody, what's cracking, Cody? How you doing? Hey. I think Jamie sees Michael as the innocent person he never got to be, like Luke with Vader. I think a cool idea when his face is shown in 5, unburned, and when he attacks her, we reveal the burn face. That's an interesting point, and we do need to talk about the end of this movie, I think, because at the end of the movie, Jamie and Michael have that little moment there, right before he's, shot and killed and, falls into the hole. And the director, he says when they shoot and kill Michael and he falls down, like his vision is that Michael Myers is dead. And then the evil or the energy that was in Michael transferred over to Jamie. And so that's where in the house, when we see the mask come down, it's kind of Jamie taking the place of Michael Myers. And that's kind of interesting. In my mind, you could have totally changed killers at that point. You could have made Jamie the killer. Or you could have gone a lot of different ways. But how do you feel about the ending of the movie, John?
I don't mind the ending, but I think it would have been awful if they went with that. Nobody wants to see Jamie. It's called The Return of Michael Myers. You're going to bring him back for one movie, and then you're going to kill him off? That makes no sense at all. So, and Danielle Harris has brought that up too, that she thought that she was going to be the killer in the next one. But I don't mind the kind of the transference. I think maybe they could have played off on that in part 5. I'm going to be honest right now. I hate part 5. I think Resurrection is better than part 5.
Says the guy who hated part 4. I said fart poor before he rewatched it. So
no. I don't hate part 4.
I thought before we went into part 4, you were saying you did not like it, and then you watched it and you liked it better.
No, I didn't like Halloween 3. And then that grew on me over the years, just like many people. Part 4 was interesting because, I saw it in Northern California at the Rafael Theater. That thing was packed. It was selling out when it first came out. And there were a lot of people there. I mean, it was huge. And with that being said, I mean, when you have like Halloween 3 was 4.6 million and it made 14.4 million. Okay, fine. You were then going to want to make a sequel at some point, and the budget for Halloween 4 was only 5 million. It made 17.8.
Nice. That's
no way is Jamie going to be the killer in the next film. No way.
Yeah.
Noise.
That's a good profit. That's a good profit right there.
Yeah.
No, you're right. And I just the idea that we transferred the energy over to her. But again, I think when they made this, he should have known that there was going to be more. But I think the idea was, as a director, he said, "This is it. This is the end of Michael Myers right here. Boom, there it is." And he did end Michael Myers, but of course, we had to bring Michael Myers back for more.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the guy who plays Michael Myers is the same one that's in Resurrection. Yeah, and my problem with Michael in Part 4 are the shoulder pads, because he stands. He's like this type of thing. Is he doesn't really have like a neck, and he has these shoulder pads on, which is kind of weird. But I do like him as Michael. But I mean, yeah, I like that. And if you notice, they do the like Halloween Kills completely rips this off, because they did the like all the Hicks go off and try to find him, and they kill the wrong guy.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And then all
the
of a
lynch
sudden,
mob out there.
Yeah. Like the mob mentality, which I thought was much better in this because it was short.
It didn't
they're
go
all
on
gonna
and on.
they're all gonna get together. The guy goes, "That's Michael Myers," and they shoot the wrong guy, and then
like, they make so little out of the fact that they killed the wrong guy. It's like, oh shit, that's so and so.
Well, Joe,
damn it. Well,
to begin with, so oh wow, his
That's
wife's
funny.
now available.
Oh God. I do want to mention again, just with Travis's comment, the Luke Vader reference to Jamie and Michael Myers at the end of this. I like that reference because
not bad.
You do it is, this is pure evil here. But this is family, and as much as the evil is, we still have that bond with family, and they do have that moment. So a good reference there.
Yeah, that is cool.
And so Cody says, doing well, finally got my permanent tooth put in today after the root canal. No more broken tooth, and best part, AMC paid for it. Decent.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome, Cody. Yeah, I need to go. I got a thing. I've been putting off and putting off.
You should go work for AMC.
No shit. I really need to. Yeah.
That's expensive stuff.
And Antonis does not like Halloween 5.
No, and I have plenty to say about that freaking thing next week. So.
There you go. Did you notice the blonde mask that Michael has on in the school scene? It says Terry with an $8.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Terry. You rock. We love Terry. Terry always coming through with the support.
Well, now the blonde in Halloween 4 or Halloween H2O, because that had like 5 different masks in it, and the hair.
Yeah.
And he is blonde in Part 5.
Yeah,
it's still in the film. They couldn't cut the whole thing.
Yeah, because there is a school scene here, but I don't remember. I didn't catch the mask being blonde or different at all.
Because there's like Halloween 2 when the kid gets killed, when he gets hit by the car, the mask is blonde.
Yeah. So yeah, Terry, elaborate. What is it? Are you talking about the school scene in Part 4, or is it
or
one
the
of the
school
other
scene in H2O?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, let us know, Terry. But either way, thank you so much. You absolutely rock. Thank you for the support there. Going off the new trilogy continuity, my thought is Michael Myers only targets women. He will kill a man if they engage him, are armed, or violate a boundary. Otherwise, he leaves him alone. Typically, Travis, and you are fully supporting my argument that Michael Myers only kills people that he's seen their boobs. Maybe,
he killed the garage, the guy.
Well, because they get in his way. He needed means of transportation.
He had a car.
Maybe the car ran out of gas.
He stole the car, so he killed the guy on the because he uses it in Haddonfield.
Well, so maybe he doesn't like boobs. Maybe
but
maybe Michael Myers is gay, and he went and he hooked up with that guy.
So going off what Travis said, the trilogy continuity. So the 2 gay guys get killed.
Yeah.
I think that's in Halloween Kills. The 2 gay guys get killed because they're in the Michael Myers house. So men do get killed, but traditionally,
so maybe it's anybody who
the new Loomis gets killed.
Anybody who likes wieners gets killed.
The sheriff gets killed. Or no,
maybe he likes a good wiener. Just the same, Corey from Ends only targets domineering figures who abuse others, as shown during the team up. Corey goes after the male doctor. Michael goes after the girl. Yeah, we will get to all those other movies.
And
weeks
I will be defending the hell out of Halloween Ends. I love
the worst
Halloween
by
Ends.
far in the franchise. That will be my least favorite of them all.
Oh God.
Let's see here. So one more. It's when he grabs Loomis in the elementary school in part 4 and throws him. So and so Curtis noticed the blonde. It's Ted Hollister. Is that? Are we? I think Travis was finishing his.
That's the kid's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have to go back and look at that to catch the blonde wig. That's funny. That is very funny. Did not catch that. So yeah, the end of the movie, I'm okay with the end. I like the end. I like the way they threw it back, like where Michael Myers put on the mask. We saw when evil was born, basically. Michael Myers putting on the mask. We're looking through the eyes of the mask. We're going in. We're seeing the victim. We're stabbing the victim. That's what they do. He recreated the opening of Halloween at the very end of 4, like going full circle, where, pure evil has now moved into little Jamie. So I like the way that he tied it up there. Any other thoughts on part 4 before we score it and move on, John?
No, I mean, I don't mind the ending. I just glad that they didn't go in the direction that they did, but then, or that they wanted to. But then I think the reason for Jamie with part 5, the mom's in the hospital, and it's just, I hate part 5. I hate everything.
We will talk. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that next week, because if she's not going to be the killer, you got to do something with her. So we'll talk about that and debate that next week. Myers blonde Mickey mask in Halloween 4. Apparently, the blonde mask was an accidental inclusion from a screen test. Interesting. Okay, I did not know that. Very cool. Now I'm definitely curious to go back and check that out. That's actually interesting, as Big John and Little John scare the kids, saying Michael kills those who trespass in his home, hence killing the skull mask kid. They lived there, not trespassing. Yeah, who and what and how and why Michael kills who he kills is a very interesting debate.
Would you live in a serial killer's house? Like Michael Myers' house. It's for sale. It's perfectly fine. They rebuilt it. It's remodeled. Would you live there knowing who the killer is, the murders, all that stuff?
So in really real life, yes, because I know people don't get shot 6 times and walk away. I know they don't get lit on fire and walk away. I know they don't get buried in a grave and get back up. So in really real life, yes. In a horror movie, hell no. But yeah, it's like spending the night in the haunted house. I would. Until a ghost comes out and really scares the crap out of me. I'm gonna kind of be dismissive. I heard the OGP's favorite movie is Halloween Ends. I'm telling you, it's right up there with Unsane. Halloween Ends and Unsane. And when I was at Halloween 45, H45, the convention, and I saw, what's his name? The guy who played Corey, right? Because it's a Corey story, whatever his name was, the actor. Yeah. I wanted to go up to him and just go, "What the fuck?" Because he's the actor. It's not his fault.
It's Christine. That's what they're doing. It's Christine in Halloween 3. That's all. We'll get more into that with the whole thing. Okay, that's why I defend it.
All I got to say about that is, So, Halloween 4, then we need to rate this. We should maybe I'll go back and try and figure out what we rated the other ones and keep a score, but I don't know that it matters. Halloween 4, on a 1 to 5. I went first with 3, so John, you were first with 4. What would you score this bad boy right here?
I give it a 4, even with my issues with it. I don't know. I love that. It would definitely be in my top 3, I think.
Ooh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, maybe. I have to see the other ones to make a final thing. But
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's just
four?
it feels different. It is different. It's not just a duplicate of the other movies. I like the directing in it. It's not all slick. It's very kind of rough feeling.
Yeah. No, I like
there-
the directing, and that's
Yeah.
it was great to listen to the director's audio commentary about the directing. So, yeah, it is pretty good. But for me, the original, I think I gave the original a 4.5. Is this only half a point less for me, or is it because I was leaning 3.5? I'm trying to talk myself into a 4, but just don't think I can. I think I'm at a 3.5 on this as well.
Okay.
And I think that's a fair score. But I would, like you, I would lean toward the higher. It would be closer to a 4 than a 3. That's for sure.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
So there it is. Halloween 3 and Halloween 4 in the books. 5 and 6 next week. So join us to talk about those. John, we're 2 hours in. Do we want to dive head on into Bloody Murder, or do we want to just kind of mention what it's about, or do we want to hold off for next week? Because we already are at the 2 hour mark.
Well, we'll probably be at the 2 hour mark next week as we have 2 more Halloween movies to talk about. So
Yeah, no, we sure will. We sure will.
I mean, these are like, you have 1 and 2 individually. I have them as a collection. There's
I don't own 2. I streamed it.
Okay. So this is a 4-film collection. It has Junior and Deadly Species, which is where there's
Nice.
3 slasher films and like 1, I guess, sci-fi monster movie. But they are, I mean, it's 2 movies per disc, so I guess that's okay. These are just Friday the 13th, ripoffs, I guess, or
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm very disappointed in what the killer looked like in the second film. I did not like that because he
Yeah.
did not have the mask. This is false advertising. He
Yeah.
did look like this in the first movie. He does use a variety of different weapons, which is nice. Here he's got the chainsaw for Leatherface. There's the Jason, meat hook type of thing. Right? No, who has the meat hook? No,
Texas
Leatherface.
Chainsaw.
So yeah,
Leatherface,
we got both. But it's I like 2 better than 1. 1, it does have Tiffany, Thesis in it, and she's naked, like
Shepis.
a lot naked. Shepis, thank you. I'm thinking Tiffany Amber Thies. I'd like to see her
Yes.
naked.
Yep. Not her. Yep.
But Tiffany Shepis. It's always nice to see her naked and stuff. So that was good. This is also bloodier than this one. This has a very horrible disease of not showing blood and nudity.
Yeah. And so looking on IMDb, this says Bloody Murder is listed as a video. It's not listed as like a movie or anything. And so, and the fact that now both of yours, were they both in full screen?
Yeah.
I think was part 2 in widescreen? I don't think so. I think they were both in full screen.
They might be. It doesn't say on here.
This was definitely full screen. And so watching it, on a double disc or whatever would be fine because the quality wasn't great. There were some fun kills. There's some very bad moments. There's flaws with this, with like who the killer is and the twist. They're trying to do like multiple twists to really confuse you who the killer is. And it gets kind of goofy. But it's a campy movie. It's set at a lake. I mean, a lot of things similar to Friday the 13th. And there's a couple characters that you kind of root for. So it's a fun watch. It's not a good movie, like as far as production value and that stuff. But it was still a fun, campy watch. If you're in the mood for a campy horror and you've seen them all, but you haven't seen Bloody Murder, you can stream it. I think I watched it on Tubi, part 2 anyways. And I think both were on there. But 1 and 2, and they're not terribly long either. I think 90 minutes on this one.
And
I
then
think the other might have been
83 for part 2.
83. Okay. But, and so this is where I'm at. Is part 1 or part 2 better? I thought part 1, story wise and everything, I enjoyed it. Even though I had a lot of issues. Part 2 fixed some of the things that they did wrong here with you have a shower scene in this one. And do I as a grown man need to see the boobs in the shower? No.
Yes.
But I mean, it's a horror movie tradition. It's a slasher tradition. You show the girl in the shower, you show her boobs. That's just what you do. And you see the girl in the shower, but it is no nudity in this at all. That's very weird. It's just very weird. Well, part 2, they give you the nudity, but a lot of the story in part 2 was a lot of, like, they almost took the same script and just changed a few things at parts. So I think a little, they fall for unoriginality in part 2, but I mean, how unoriginal is this as a whole anyways? But at least they give you the boobs in part 2. So I score them both the same. I give them both 2 stars out of 5, but on Letterboxd, I still give them the heart. They're bad, but I still like them.
Yeah, both films have the same producer and the same writer. So these weren't just made, with like completely different people. Yeah, part 1 is the opening of the camp, and part 2 is the closing of the camp. So I liked that.
Same summer, but late. Oh no, I think it's a different summer. It's several years later.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're seeing them getting there. The camp counselor. That's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that, John. The camp counselor showing up, getting ready to set the camp up for getting ready for the kids to come. And then, part 2 is you start off early and they quickly jump in time to the end where everybody's, gone home and they're just cleaning up and they're all getting ready to leave camp.
Part 1 is literally Friday the 13th. I mean, literally Friday the 13th. It is. It even has the scene where the guy is setting up the archery range. Like the girl did in Friday the 13th. The lack of nudity, the lack of violence, that really did bother me. I hated this movie when I first saw it. I didn't mind it as much this time. Okay. But I did read that they shot at 4 different camps, and just through editing, they made it look like one camp. So that to me is interesting, that they had enough money to go shoot at 4 different camps.
Yeah, and I, after watching this right off the bat, I was like, man, that looks familiar. So I had to Google. So yeah, this is shot up near Big Bear, California. Maybe one day you can go visit your mom and swing by the camp and see the camp.
I'm sorry,
but this is this is also it's filmed not that far from where Bloody Bloody Bible Camp was filmed. It's another camp up in the Bloody Bloody Bible Camp is one of my favorite slasher films of all time. So if you have not seen that, you have to go watch that. That is a phenomenal movie. It's cheesy. Oh, it is so good, man. You get son of a bitch. Why do I got to look up at him to see Reggie Bannister and Gigi Bannister are in it. And Ron Jeremy, I think, plays Jesus Christ or something. It's amazing.
Nice.
So yeah. So
noise.
Yeah, noise. Yeah, it is. Man. So Ron Jeremy as Jesus Christ.
Nothing like it.
There's nothing like Ron Jeremy
That is
as
very
Jesus
true.
Christ.
Very true.
But Bloody Murder was still worth a watch. If you're trying to scratch a campy itch.
Yeah. I mean, it had good sound. The directing was fine. The acting was fine. The editing was fine. It just felt like it was edited for television.
Yeah.
And they did have some stuff that I actually went back on, like when the guy gets the arrow in the neck. I'm like, ooh, is that just one of those arrows that goes like this?
They did good with that effect.
Yeah. And so I went back, I think twice. And I'm like, I can't exactly figure out how they did that. But when you did see the violence, it was pretty good. 2, I do like that one's at the beginning, one's at the end of the summer. And of course, Tiffany Shepis, who I've always had a crush on. And I like that there's more gore. We got the nudity.
Yeah.
It is directly connected to the last film.
Yeah.
We find out through the killer, all that type of stuff. So it's I mean, as far as 2 movies,
I would agree with you. I would say part 2 is definitely, I give that the nod over part 1. I agree with you.
Yeah. And then, like I mentioned with The Graveyard, this is meant to be a spinoff. I don't see it at all in the trailer. I don't see it all in the description. It's just about friends that go to a graveyard and like celebrate a friend's life who died. And I'm like,
Now, so I'm curious about the connection. Where did you find out about the connection, and what is the connection to the films?
I don't know. It just says, I think it's on. And if you, oh, and I have to mention in Bloody Murder, the lead girl who's in that is Jessica Morris. I've worked with Jessica Morris twice. So I worked with her on Art of the Dead, and she was also in Evil Bong 777. So now she does soap operas and all that type of stuff. I really enjoyed working with her. She was very cool to work with. So that was fun because I forgot that she was in the first film. She's very young. And I'm like, oh, shit, there's Jessica Morris. This is awesome. Now I like the movie a little bit more. So I think it went up a 0.5 for me because of her being in it. But I think I just saw it on Wikipedia. I think that it was...
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I'm looking, and so like on IMDb it says the more like this.
So it's followed by a sequel, Bloody Murder Camp 2 Closing Camp, and a spin-off, The Graveyard, 2006. It's the third and final installment of the Bloody Murder series and a spin-off. The project was filmed in California.
Okay, so let me pull up because on IMDb there is no connection at all. The Graveyard, okay, 2006. So I want to see something. So we have I'm looking for the killer's name. We don't have it's got 13 cast members in the Graveyard, and I was looking to see if we had in this, we have, Jason and whatever that killer's name is, the guy they talk about, the legend of that guy. They don't have anybody credited as that person here. So, yeah, contender. Somebody's rating of this says, bury it. It's a contender for worst film ever made. But somebody else also said shockingly not bad. Maybe they were part of the production.
Well, so I got one here that says DVD verdict panned the film, finding it to be boring, illogical in the extreme, and inept. And that's summarizing the Graveyard. He also says, is the worst slasher film I have ever seen. Characters are painful stereotypes as per usual, and the acting is at best passable. And then somebody, how is this a cult classic? But in a tongue-in-cheek homage to the cult classic I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, how is that a cult classic? In which one of the characters named Will Benson, Will Ben's son. Yeah, that's from that movie. However, this was scrapped at the last moment and felt it would reveal. Okay, so this is not telling me things I don't want to say. So, but yeah, so I guess it's horrible.
Okay. Well, it's rated a 3.2, which is like double the average score of most Dustin Ferguson movies. So we should be able to get through. Oh, boom! Shots fired. Fuck him.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hang on, I gotta adjust my bowls are sticking to my leg there. I had to adjust here a little bit. TMI, my bad. Whatever, suck it. 3.2 out of 10, 907 ratings. So it's not going to be good. I'm wondering, because it says some people are willing to die for their friends. How many would die at their hands? Unleash the horror in this terrifying tale of 7 friends reuniting at a graveyard to honor the memory of their fallen friend. The only thing I could think is that maybe they're honoring one of the friends that died at that camp or something, and that would be the spinoff.
Yeah, like maybe they're in a police station, and one of the cops goes, "Oh yeah, we had those murders happen at this summer camp," and then that's it. That's like the only mention. Yeah,
maybe I'll see if I can find that on Tubi or something.
Yeah.
And let's see. I should be able to see. No, it's listed as only available to rent or buy on Amazon. So if I can't find it, we won't do it. But if I can find it to stream The Graveyard. I'll try and watch it this week, and we can maybe talk about that next week.
Yeah, I mean, I can review it next week. I mean, it's oh my god. Oh,
Whoa, sir! May I recommend a bigger coffee cup or a can of Monster?
I think so.
Or see, what you need to do is like me. I had my Monster, and then I had the Diet Coke on reserve here, so the caffeine is a flowing.
See, I don't have that. The weird thing is with this on eBay is when I first looked it up, it was like $50, and I'm like, I'm not paying no $50. And then I found it for like $5. It's like, okay, these are extremes.
Yeah.
You know, I guess somebody's really hoping to get that $50 because other people.
Sometimes people on eBay just price things like bullshit prices, just hoping somebody will, just buy it. So,
yeah. So,
but if I can find it, maybe we'll watch. So if you guys can find The Graveyard from 2006 and you want to watch it, we'll try and talk about it next week. No promises because it doesn't show that it's available anywhere. So, let's see. So let's jump back and get caught up on some of the comments here a little bit.
it's only 83 minutes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go. Curtis, I wanted to talk about this. Curtis said, sorry to change the subject. Are you gents going to see one battle after another? I am telling you, I want to go see that. I should have.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's got a 96 IMDb score right now. It's got a very high score. Why do you not want? Which actor has set you off?
I told you I would not do this. Let's just say I will not see it for certain reasons.
Okay. Is it involving an actor? Do we have like at least a name or? Okay, it's plot line thing you think is going to be an issue?
Do you want me to say what it is?
Well,
I mean, it's not. Okay, I read.
You go into it, but let's just.
There's nothing but the plot. I read that it is a pro Antifa movie.
Oh, okay.
So that was in a review that I read. So I said I don't want to see it.
Okay. So you just put two thoughts in my head. One, have you seen the latest episode of Peacemaker?
No, that's on tonight, isn't it?
But have you seen last week's?
Yes.
Zig Heil? That you've seen that one? Where they have changed the American flag to have a different instead of stars, it's got something else on it?
No, I didn't. Am I maybe missing a week?
Maybe you missed last week.
Is that in the alternate timeline?
Yeah. Maybe you still need to watch last week's. Oh, I am very curious to see where they go. And I think it comes out Thursday. So I think you have a couple more days before the next one comes out. But
tonight's
oh my God, where they went with this is very interesting. So be sure to watch that. When Peacemaker is done, we'll kind of recap the whole season. Being a horror show, I don't want to, bang on like one like superhero show like for 45 minutes. But Peacemaker is very interesting where it is at right now. And for anybody that hasn't seen it, I definitely don't want to spoil. But I think it's the 5th episode now. So it is I was shocked. One thing about this season, it definitely has shock value. So there's that. 4 has the
maybe I missed it. Yeah, I'll have to watch that tonight when we
go.
get here. The plot
it's a short episode. It's only like 40 minutes. It's a short episode.
Okay.
And then there's a post-credit scene it's dumb, but it's there if you want to watch it. 4 has the best Loomis, I think. Sheriff Meeker blows Brackett out of the water and actually does things. The drunk mob is cool. I like the drunk mob driving around in their pickup trucks with shotguns and stuff. Yeah. It's paced well. One of Jamie's bullies wears a costume from Mask.
The cartoon.
Yeah, okay. I didn't catch that. And Travis gives it a 3.5 out of 5, and that's where I'm at. That's a very fair score.
Sure.
Jeff tried to watch Bloody Bloody Bible Camp, but failed. Interesting. It's a cheesy comedy slasher, but once you get going, it's hysterical. So, but it may not be for everybody. OGB, you think the 3-Eye Atlas comet could be aliens? I'm telling you, man, you don't know. It's so funny. Last night,
You
I'm
don't know
sitting
shit
here-
about fuck.
I know somebody's at my front door. You are right, and I do. I get all excited, and then all of a sudden,
I don't know shit about fuck.
I do. I get all crazy. But last night, Elon sent another one of his rockets into outer space. And I love the fact I'm so lucky. Well, even John, you could see him from Vegas. But I'm so glad that they take off in Southern California, because there I am looking at the rocket taking off. It's kind of
Oh, that's cool.
but there's my face, and the rocket is taking off behind me there. Let's see if you can see it. It was very, very bright last night. But then it's really cool because you sit there and watch, and you could tell when it gets to outer space because the trail gets really big. And then you see the boosters start to fall off, these little white dots. And then for the first time ever yesterday, I saw the booster as it was going to land fire, and you could see the flame coming out from underneath it. And this is probably 300 miles away from me down. It's going to land in the Pacific Ocean somewhere, but you could actually see that flame burning as that booster was coming back to Earth. Amazing stuff. Is that thing going to be an alien? I don't know that it's going to have little green men on it, but I sure as shit would love for if we were at the point with technology that we could just go, oh shit, there's a comet coming. Let's, send a rocket over there, and we could just quickly go put something to land on it to test it, to see what it's made of, if it has any of those little microorganisms that can survive in outer space, if it has any of that stuff. So I don't know, but I'm very interested. I watch a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson and some of these like nerdy science shows that talk about these things that come into our solar system and stuff. So I'm curious. If I'm a betting man, I'm saying no. I'm just saying it's just a piece of space junk that from another star exploding or whatever, something. But we shall see. John, will it be aliens?
I hope so. It won't be, but I don't believe in any of that stuff. Anyways, I'm still hoping for the comet to come by and just wipe us all out like it did the dinosaurs. But
I don't want that to happen. Damn it!
Just give the Earth back. Just give it back. We fucked it up enough. But it's yeah. I mean, if it was aliens, I don't think they would be friendly. I think that they've probably been monitoring us, and if they do exist, going like, we're not going there. Hell no.
Yeah.
Look what they did to one of our aliens that did crash. We got dissected, which is probably why they do all the stuff to us that they do. So, tit for tat.
One of the best skits on Saturday Night Live is when I forget the girl's name, but she was in the Ghostbusters movie. But it's when they talk about her getting abducted by the aliens. Have you seen those where she talks about how they violate her and stuff? And Saturday Night Live skit. They are so funny. Her talking about getting abducted by aliens. They're amazing. I forget the girl's name and everything. Saturday Night Live skit of a girl, she's like a trailer trash Tammy kind of getting abducted by aliens. It's amazing. But yeah, you need to watch those if anybody hasn't seen them. Yeah, Woo Caffeinated OGP is ready for another hour. I don't know hey, we're already 27 minutes into hour 2, so
and hopefully we only
technically
have 3
hour
minutes
3,
left.
right? I'm going to see it. They filmed it in Sacramento with Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know it was filmed up there. It looks interesting to me, and I mean, it's got a good cast and stuff. The trailer looks pretty interesting.
Got a good director.
But yeah, if it is, here's the thing. If this new Peacemaker, there is a chance Peacemaker is going to go somewhere that is going to make me never watch DC movies again. There is a chance if they go a certain direction. there's also a chance that it's just going to be fucking hilarious. If the movie has some like entity that acts like Antifa and it paints them in a light where Antifa, oh, they're good, then I'll have a problem with that. If it's just there's an Antifa, then whatever, because society, we already have an Antifa. But I still want to see that. I'm torn if I'll go see it in the theater, though, as far as that one battle after another. I usually prefer a more serious tone in horror movies. Yeah, and Jeff, I'm with you. I usually like serious, dark horror movies. But some of the campy, funny ones can be good, too. It just depends on the mood. Neil deGrasse Tyson is legit Star Talk, baby. You know, you're right. When I'm on road trips, I am all about the Star Talk. I love me some Star Talk. And it's funny, his the dude is his sidekick. I forget his name, but he does like the Burger King commercials now. He's that stand-up comedian. He is a very funny guy. Those two together, because you have the rocket scientist, and then you have the guy or the astrophysicist, and then the comedian who doesn't know shit about fuck. And them two together is great. So there might be aliens somewhere, but I doubt they've been here. Yeah, you know, it is an interesting conversation. Oh, thank you, House of G-Fam. Kate McKinnon. Yes. She is one of my all-time favorite Saturday Night Live people. She is so fucking funny. So seeing her get abducted by aliens and, you know, talking about what they do to her, it's amazing. Oh yeah, Chuck Nice. Yes, thank you, House of G-Fam. Yeah, Chuck Nice. He's great. Yep.
Well, with there being, I'll say this, with there, you know, being aliens out there somewhere, I agree. I think we'd be incredibly arrogant to believe that we are the only thing that are out there. I mean, we used to think that we were the center of everything, and then we found out we weren't. So I think that there is alien life. It just doesn't look like ET. So it could be like a little, you know, just like a little.
Well, with all of, they say there are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on our planet. So the fact that there are more stars, you go to the beach and pick up a handful, that could be like 1,000 grains of sand. And there's more stars in the world than there are grains of sand on our planet. A grain of sand, is that what you would say?
I think grain of sand. Yeah.
So the fact that we would be the only life, if it's able to exist here, I think we would be pretty naive. But I do like, in Star Talk, they just recently talked about how they're discovering on Mars something recently that has made them go, are all of us really Martians? Did our life originate on Mars, and Mars got hit by a meteor, sent stuff into outer space, and then it landed here, and then voila, here we are. We may all be descendants of Martians, is what they're saying now. So that shit's fucking interesting. It is very interesting. I love listening to that stuff. So getting here would be a challenge for aliens, to say the least, just too far away. So, and Jeff, that's what, you know, and we would go on a whole, man, we could talk for hours and hours about this stuff. But the idea of flying across the universe, we don't have the technology to do that. That's not to say that there may not be other aliens, you know, life forms out there that know how to do space folds and jump across the galaxy in an instant, you know, and that's what you would have to do, you know, so that you're not aging and everything. But that is, those are all conversations for another time. So the aliens going to get John and Mark, are they going to get John and mark him? They're going to take you, John. They're going to finger your butthole, and they're going to put a tracking device on you.
Well,
So,
you know,
how do you feel about that?
Come and get me then. That's fine. I think a great example, like if aliens did have let's say they are ET and there were close encounters or something, they do make it here. I think a great example would be the day the Earth stood still. The UFO lands, the guy walks out, he has the Swiss Army knife, he clicks it, All the pieces come out. The fucking soldier shoots him, and then that's when everything starts. So then he leaves, shows the Swiss Army knife, and goes, "You don't deserve this. This is every vaccine. This is every disease that you had and are going to have. These are the cures right here.
Yeah.
You don't deserve it." And he
Yeah.
gets back in his plane and leaves because some a-hole shoots him.
Yeah.
And I think aliens probably would see something like that with us. Like, if we're going to land, they're just going to kill us.
Yeah.
Because that's
Could
just what we do.
Could go like Night of the Comet too, where you don't even have a chance. Everybody's just poof, gone. So pro tip, if there's ever a comet coming real close to Earth, go have sex in a movie theater, projector room.
Or you could be one of the zombie things that are running around out there.
Yeah. If aliens showed up, would they look like this?
Oh, I only hope so. I only hate.
Oh man.
You get on that Hasselhoff. Sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry.
Blasphemy.
Sorry, Jesus.
It's funny how much Jesus sounds like Tommy.
Well, what? They are one of the two. So, how do you think he survives all those stunts?
Right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Tommy Christ.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I hate to be a downer, but Roswell is a hoax along with Bigfoot. I'm with you on Bigfoot, and I think something crashed out by Roswell. Do I think it was an alien? No, I think it was a manufactured, government balloon or something.
But it's all interesting.
But it's interesting and it's fun to run with. It is. It makes for a good conversation and a good time. So, John, so we already talked about, once again, anybody watching right now, I do have a QR code above me here. That is for it's a link to the website for Master Chaos's, Mr. Jose Prendez. He has a haunted house coming up at the place that we did the ghost hunting at this past week. So there's going to be a real haunted house that you can go if you live in Southern California and you want to go. October 24th, 25th. It's like a Friday, Saturday. You can get tickets and find out all about it up there if you want to click on the QR code up there. That's what that is all about. John has a video on his channel talking with Jack Hunter, about Jack's new movies. Anything else going on, John?
No, I'll put out another video soon. So yeah,
okay.
Probably next few days.
All right. And I have my the ghost hunting adventure, which is I had a lot of fun there doing it. It was a great time. I love everybody that I was hanging out with there. It was such a blast to see and hang out with that many friends at one place doing something fun like that. So I will say this, man, after being there, seeing what I saw, Ghost and we kind of know this, but Ghost Adventures, they may embellish a little bit. they may not be telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They may not. So there you go. Jeff worked with a guy that retired from the Air Force. He swore all the proof of aliens was at some base in Denver. See, and that's where so many people now say that Area 51 is a decoy, it's a hoax, which Area 51, they test spy planes and stuff, and they test new technologies out there. That's what they do, and that's people think they're aliens because we don't know what the technology is. But there's been rumors that aliens were there and they moved them to Area 52, which is like up in Utah or something. Then they moved them. Supposedly there was aliens like in Ohio, and then that's where they took the stuff from Roswell, which is like Ohio, and then stuff like in Colorado or wherever. So there's supposedly stuff everywhere. I don't know. I kind of feel like if there really were aliens, I don't think Donald Trump would be able to keep that a secret. I think he would have to come out with his mouth. I think he would come out and go like, just got back from Area 51. Holy shit. What I saw there was huge. It was huge. It's so he would go.
The aliens came up to me and said, "I'm the best. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest president ever.
Greatest president the aliens ever met."
Oh yeah,
So
because he would want to be the guy to do that.
100%.
Like he has to be the
100%.
first guy to let
Yes.
everybody know that,
Yes.
that he met aliens at Area 51, and
Yes.
and you know, and the next thing you know, they'd be in the White House with McDonald's all around, and he'd see two gray aliens eating a Big Mac.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here trashing Donald Trump. We're just stating the obvious.
No, we like
He
Donald Trump. so
Would
it's
he
kidding.
definitely would want to be the guy to out
Yeah.
it. He would want to be the one to put it out there. So you know, it's interesting, but anyways, yeah, I guess we should probably go home. We have 2 movies, well 3 if we can. Graveyard, Halloween 5, and Halloween 6 that we've got to watch this coming week. And next week is going to be interesting. I may be doing this show from a remote location because the 4th through the 10th, I should be on set filming a movie out in LA. So I will, we'll still be here one way or the other. We'll still be here. But I may have a different background. We'll see how it goes. So, you know what, John? I'm disappointed. I am disappointed in myself for, you know, we had ourselves a really nice, a really nice show. One thing we didn't have in this show was a lot of bullshit.
A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
We did not have a lot of bullshit in this show. So there you go. I would be remiss if we did not mention
It's vamp time.
And what about Pumpkinhead?
All right, say goodnight, Pumpkinhead. We got to go. John, it's been fun.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
We'll see you all next week. Have yourselves a nice week. To quote Marky Mark, stay prayed up.
Oh God.
It's Horror Movie Monday. You already know. Chills in the air. And the tension's low. OGP steps up, setting the tone. Always in charge, yeah, sitting on the throne. Sean Ward steps in with a confident stare. Nipples getting hard from the icy glare. Bowser's in the back, creeping through the dark. Lurking in the silence like a phantom arc. It's Horror Movie Monday, lights down low. Screens on the screen, let the madness flow. We laugh, we jump, we scream, we play. Every week it's thrilling in a twisted way.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Fuck you!